This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPL champions.
The New Shannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McCain makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
It's Monitis, works through Rinson, has a chance, score!
Off the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. Actually recovered, and did they get her? They did!
Oh, he has wide open. Gabe McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
What Mark Race said, this is not Mark Ryan, this is Mark Race. Mark Race said that he would go out to the bar and he would find what he called a slump buster, which would mean he would hook up with a random girl at the bar.
We interrupt our regular programming for this special live sports presentation.
This is Sports Radio 96.7, and this is high school football at its very best.
And it is Archie who picks it up. He's heading for the end zone. Wilmington has won the state championship. Forget it. Andre Coleman takes it into the end zone.
Myers back to pass. Pump fake. Looks, throws, long near side. Get a man open! McCoy caught it!
Gone by 1 yard. The Faro Steelers are your 2019 state champions!
It's the game that separates the men from the boys, and it's happening right now.
Tonight on Sports Radio 96.7, we feature a Region 1 showdown as the Wilmington Greyhounds welcome the undefeated Reynolds Raiders.
Our 2025-26 high school sports broadcasts on Sports Radio 96.7 are sponsored by Bill McCandless Ford, located in Mercer and Meadville, the Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, but the service that makes them better. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs since 1973. Meadville Medical Center, your independent community health system. Shell Restoration, the area's leading installer for roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. St. Paul's in Greenville, and the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley Senior Living Communities. Sharon Regional Health System, dedicated to serving the community. Joanno Legal Group, ready to help you seek justice for your injury. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor, excellence, experience, and integrity. UPMC Health System, changing healthcare, changing lives. Mercer County State Bank, community-minded since 1911. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Vay's Pub and Grill, make it special, make it Vay's. The Sharon American Legion Post 299. Strong advocates for veterans and their families. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. Hermitage Rotary Club, offering hope for those struggling with prescription opioids. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. DK Auto LLC in Grove City, specializing in Southern vehicles up to $15,000. The Laundryman, helping you spend time doing what you love, not laundry. Reed and Daly Associates, providing accounting and income tax services for over 30 years. Minuteman Press in Hermitage, specializing in digital print, design, and promotional services. Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding, offering exterior upgrades online at pennohiorc.com. Sharon Community Health Center, providing compassionate and affordable health care. 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in fuel delivery. Please thank these outstanding sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts throughout the season on News Talk 790 WPIC and Sports Radio 96.7.
Now it's time to go to the field with our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers,
James Dotson and Chris Birch.
And a pleasant good evening from Terry Varelli Stadium on the campus of Wilmington Area High School, as we have a Region 1 showdown between the Hounds and the Raiders. The 2-0 in region play, Reynolds Raiders, undefeated on the year, 6-0 overall. Wilmington 4-2 overall, 0-1 in region play. Chris Birch, glad to be alongside. It's been too long, my friend.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah, I think we might have made it through the entire school year last year without getting together after several times the previous bunch of years. So, yeah, great to be with you. Obviously, always great to be at Terry Varelli Stadium at Wilmington, one of the really crown jewels of facilities, both on the field, the stands, the press box, in the whole area. So yeah, should be a great night. Lots of stuff going on here. Youth night, military night. So yeah, should be a lot of fun.
And if you're a fan of old school running the football, this is the place to be. Two of the top rushing attacks in all of District 10 here tonight.
Yeah, I mean this is right. I mean Reynolds is averaging 300 plus yards per game as a team, so they're going to be unbelievable. 9 yards an attempt, James. That's almost a first down every time they run the ball. I don't know how they couldn't be 6-0 with that stat, right? Yeah, so they're going to be unbelievable. They have two amazing running backs in Gabe Minyares and Parker Ney. So yeah, I mean they're going to run the ball. They're going to keep it on the ground and do great things. And then Wilmington has that kind of the classic wing T, and they got a whole bunch of guys that can do it. And the thing about the wing T is there's always guys that kind of lead the stat sheet, but the way that thing works is kind of almost like a team effort. And so Wilmington, we can mention all the names, but really that's like that's an offense that the whole is better than the sum of its parts, and the sum of its parts are awfully good. So yeah, this should be a game where we see a lot of kind of ground and pound. The challenge and the onus on the defense is going to be, number one, you got to dominate the line of scrimmage, and number two, when these running backs get out into the open, you got to make the tackles, at the end. To make sure that the gains are only 3 or 4 yards, not 7 or 8, and that's really, with the exception of what Farrell did to Wilmington last week, in these teams' 12 games combined, nobody has really done that to them, except for, like I said, that awesome 2A Farrell team did it to Wilmington last week.
We're going to take a quick break, come back with more on our countdown to kickoff, including conversations with both Coach Hull and Fillion here on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7 and video streaming on Facebook Live.
When life takes an unexpected turn, whether it's a criminal charge, a family dispute, or an injury that wasn't your fault, you need someone. I'm attorney Michael T. Muha, and I have the experience, the compassion, and the determination to stand by your side when it matters most. Don't face the system alone. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, today, because your rights, your family, and your future are worth protecting. Criminal defense, family law, personal injury. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, at 724-301-6967 or at muhalaw.com.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Come on out to the Sharon American Legion Post 299 and enjoy bingo every Thursday and Friday. First number called at 6:45. Join us for trivia night every Thursday at 6 p.m. Our grill room serves up great food daily, and our kitchen is open Thursday through Saturday from noon to 9. We proudly welcome all veterans to our community. Visit Sharon American Legion Post 299 on East State Street for good company, good times, and a warm welcome.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
Back here at Terry Varelli Stadium alongside Chris Birch, I'm James Dotson. The 4-2 Wilmington Greyhounds taking on the undefeated 6-0 Reynolds Raiders here tonight. And we talked a little bit there quickly about the two rushing attacks, and a two-headed monster really on the ground game, especially for the Reynolds Raiders with Minjars leading the way. For Wilmington, the wing T offense, so many different options, and that's going to play critical here tonight because their top option, Chase Mitchelltree, we just learned, not going to be in uniform here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, Mitchelltree, 704 yards rushing through 6 games, 10 touchdowns. So he is really, kind of right there with Minjarez as far as, being the, being the equal to him, the match to him. But they certainly have some other guys. They have a halfback, Cale Kettering, who is, he can really get out into the open and break tackles. He averages almost 12 yards a carry. I mean, these numbers are eye-popping. And his twin brother Cam Kettering, 271 yards as the fullback, and the quarterback. They have a dual threat quarterback, Rowan Miller. He's rushed for 274 yards. So they still have 3 guys that are right around the 275 mark on the season through 6 games. So obviously Mitchelltree, a huge loss, over 100 yards per game, but they still have some guys that can do some things, but. Who knows? Wilmington's only thrown 13 passes all year, and one of them was a spike. They might. Maybe they'll open up. Maybe Coach Fillion will open up the passing game tonight.
Maybe. And talk about the change in quarterback from last year. Rowan Miller taking over. I mean, Wesley Vascal started all the games a year ago. They both played in the opening week of the season. But Rowan Miller has really added a new dynamic to this offense. Not that Wesley wasn't doing a good job. Yeah. It's just Rowan has been a step above in his game so far.
I think basically it kind of all depended on kind of what kind of offense they wanted to be, and I think with Miller, they're able to kind of run that classic wing T and not necessarily have to rely on the passing game more because he's more of a runner. He's almost like a 4th running back in that backfield. So that's really what that came down to, and obviously it's really sparked the offense.
Flip it over to the Reynolds side because they're also fighting a little bit of the injury bug. Their quarterback in Xavier Zachrich did not play, or did not finish the game, I should say, last week. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. Why don't we take another timeout? We'll finish that conversation as we pause for our national anthem. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 96.7 and listening on Facebook Live.
Team at Reed & Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed & Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed & Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed & Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word AUTO to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
Need an exterior upgrade? Roofing, siding, decks, and all of your exterior needs are expertly handled by Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group. Trust Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group to provide a customized solution that meets your specific needs and preferences. They are an A+ rated BBB company and offer Uniflex silicone roof coating systems. With a 5-star rating, their commitment to quality is unmatched. Visit Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding today at pennohiorc.com.
Looking for compassionate, affordable health care? Sharon Community Health Center provides high-quality medical services to all, regardless of insurance coverage or financial status. Sharon Community Health Center's experienced professionals offer comprehensive care. From routine checkups to specialized treatment, Sharon Community Health Center is committed to removing barriers and making healthcare accessible for everyone in our community. Call 724-347-5529 or visit SharonCHC.org to learn more and schedule your appointment today.
One moment I was on my way to my son's ball game, and the next I was being placed in an ambulance. I needed help.
That's why I called the Joanno Legal Group.
Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. Please visit them at joannolegalgroup.com. That's JOANOW legalgroup.com. Or call toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
We were just serenaded from the Wilmington High School Marching Band. Thanks for joining us here on Sports Radio 96.7. If you're watching on Facebook Live on Sports Radio 96.7, also on lcsportsnet.com. Let's continue, Chris Birch, talking about this Reynolds team again. Xavier Zachert, starting quarterback, left the game last week late in that close win against Cambridge Springs. Expected to play today, but might only play one way. Might see limited time. They might move in or rotate in. Not entirely sure because it's been a short week practice-wise for him.
Yeah, I mean, and again, he does so much. Not only is he, not only does he kind of just, the commander of that offense, if you will, but he also runs. I mean, he's a great runner out of that quarterback position. So yeah, we'll certainly keep an eye on him, see how he is. But we know how somebody else is in that backfield, and that is the great senior Gabe Miñares. He leads the county with 800 yards rushing and 14 touchdowns. Those are both county leading numbers. He has just had one of the all-time great careers. As he had Game 7 of his senior year, he's one of the all-time great careers in the history of Mercer County. Parker Ney, he's also had a great career, but he's really become a superstar here this his senior season. 15 yards a carry to amass 545 yards. So, he's not getting 15 yards every single carry. So what that means is he has a bunch of long ones. And so he's the guy, he gets out into the open. Look out. So that's what makes this Reynolds running game so dynamic and tough to stop.
But they've also shown it with the passing attack, which is the biggest difference. And, these two teams are the top two in terms of first downs in the entire county as well, with Reynolds 95 first downs, 92 on the other side for Wilmington. They know how to move the football, but both defenses have been pretty solid over the course of the year as well. It's going to be a turnover here or there. It's probably going to be the big difference, and that you would probably say is advantage Reynolds because they lead the county in turnovers.
Right. I mean, again, you look at these defenses. I mean, I would almost go so far as to say this. Here's my real general thought on this. These offenses are going to score. This is going to be a game where there's going to be some touchdowns. There's going to be some electric plays that get the crowd going and get your voice, as you're calling play-by-play up. But it's the question of which defense can sort of be solid enough to turn the what usually is the 7 or 8 yard rush into a 3 yard rush. Which defense can make the stops on third down and get the punting team out there? Stop the 4th and short. Things like that. And, again, the turnovers, the obvious stuff, those are big. But I also think the little things, for these defenses are going to come into play here, too.
We're going to take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll have a conversation with Reynolds head coach Josh Mull. That's when we return. You're listening to High School Football here on Sports Radio 96.7 and watching on Facebook Live, Sports Radio, and lcsportsnet.com. Sportsnet.com.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Gosh, honey, what's got you all chef-tastic?
It's our kitchen remodel. It's got me all inspired.
Oh, are you inspired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you.
Get inspiration all your own with a brand new kitchen from Warner's Homes and Improvements. We create new kitchens that dreams are made of. We buy direct from the manufacturers using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner's today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or online at warnersconstruction.com.
Introducing healthcare for all ages at the Sharon Community Health Center. From newborns to older adults, Dr. Barry Siegel, ABFM certified family practice physician, is now accepting new patients of all ages. Compassionate, high-quality care awaits, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Plus, Sharon Community Health Center offers behavioral health and pain management services. Call 724-347-5229 or visit SharonCHC.org to schedule your appointment today with Dr. Barry Siegel. Sharon Community Health Center, 92 West Connolly Boulevard, Sharon, Pennsylvania.
Vay's Pub and Grill is proud to award the September 2025 Mercer County Team of the Month. Vay's is proud to announce that West Middlesex Girls Golf is the September Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to West Middlesex coach Brad Sarche and his outstanding girls golf team, as they are the September Vay's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to West Middlesex Girls Golf, the September Mercer County Team of the Month. For more information, go to Vay'sPubandGrill.com.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stCenturyEnergyGroup.com.
We're back on 96.7 in Lawrence County. We're back on, joined by Reynolds head coach Josh Mull. And coach, obviously a big region showdown here against same classification Wilmington. Your team's undefeated, but obviously a big challenge before you tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always great to play here at Wilmington. It's a beautiful facility. Always a great team, very well coached. They do things well here.
You look at kind of the strength of your team, though. Obviously you got that big experienced offensive line, an experienced quarterback, a big-time running back. Those are the kind of teams that win down the stretch, win in playoff games. That's got to give you and your guys a lot of confidence.
Well, we're just going to come out. We're going to play a football game. We're not going to worry about any of that stuff yet. We have to play. We have to put 4 quarters of football together. We've seen glimpses of what we can do throughout the course of the year. But if we can put 4 quarters of football together and put ourselves in a position to be in the game at the end, I think we've done a good job.
What are some of your concerns with this Wilmington team?
They do things well. They stay low. They blow people off the ball. They're not fancy or flashy. They do what they do, and they do it well. We have to make sure that we attack. Defensively, we have to tackle. We have to read our keys, and when our keys tell us to get to a certain spot, we got to get there.
Coach, always appreciate you taking the time. Sorry about the late timing here, though. But certainly congrats on all the success so far this season. Good luck tonight, and good luck down the stretch of the season here.
Thank you very much for all you guys do. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Josh. Yep. Those are the thoughts of Reynolds head coach Josh Mull as he gets his Raiders ready for this big region showdown here at Terry Verrelli Stadium in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. Pre-game continues on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet.
Come on out to the Sharon American Legion Post 299 and enjoy bingo every Thursday and Friday. First number called at 6:45. Join us for trivia night every Thursday at 6 p.m. Our grill room serves up great food daily, and our kitchen is open Thursday through Saturday from noon to 9. We proudly welcome all veterans to our community. Visit Sharon American Legion Post 299 on East State Street for good company, good times, and a warm welcome.
The 21st Century Energy Group is the leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. For over 50 years, they have provided quality heating oils, propane, heat, gasoline, diesel, and lubricants to western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio, with 7 locations including Newcastle, Grove City, Conneaut Lake, and Erie. The 21st Century Energy Group is your locally owned neighborhood fuel provider. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs at 1-800-922-5454. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them at 21stCenturyEnergyGroup.com.
The tax team at Reed & Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed & Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed & Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed & Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
Ready to hit the road with confidence? Mancino's Driving School is your go-to destination for top-notch driving education. Whether you're a teen or an adult, Mancino's experienced instructors ensure you're equipped with essential skills and safety tips. Offering flexible schedules and personalized lessons, Mancino's Driving School make learning to drive convenient and effective. Visit our website at mancinosdrivingschool.com to enroll today and begin your journey toward becoming a safe, independent driver.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the 21st Century Energy Group, the area's leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Visit them online at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
Back on Sports Radio 96.7 and the Lawrence County SportsNet, and I am joined by Wilmington head coach Brandon Fillion. And coach, obviously a huge region matchup here against a 6-0 Reynolds team. Again, there's all kinds of things that can happen between now and the end of the season, but certainly a game that has a lot of playoff ramifications. Just a couple of your early thoughts.
Oh, there's no doubt. First of all, before we start talking game, hey, great to see you, Chris Birch, on the call. Always a pleasure. First time this season, so super happy to have you with us here tonight. Thanks to all the great folks at Cumulus and at LC SportsNet. It's a great game. As you said, Reynolds 6-0, very talented team. Coach Ball and his staff have their guys playing very well. It's a big game. It's a region game, so we expect a great atmosphere and a great battle here tonight at Terry Varelli Stadium.
When you kind of look at your team, you've had this kind of interesting schedule, where you've played some kind of out-of-area teams, got a couple of big wins, a couple of maybe losses where you learned some things against those teams. You've played Farrell, you've done some things. So when you come into a game like this, what are some of the things that you see to yourself? Well, we've done the old iron sharpens iron thing. And this is kind of what we're going to need to be in games like tonight and then heading into the playoffs. What are some of those things?
Well, I think, to your point, it has been an interesting schedule to say the least. I think, going on the road, we had 3 lengthy road trips there with Northern Bedford County, Berlin Brothers Valley, and Grand Valley, Ohio. And I can tell you, they're all 3 good football teams. Yes. Very, very good football teams. So there's no doubt that within those games, when we were able to come out, and ultimately get the win, we learned a lot about ourselves. We learned areas that we needed to grow, areas that we needed to get better, areas that we needed to develop. And I think that we were able to come away and work on that. When you think back to the schedule a year ago, we had bye weeks in there. We had, some other types of games in there. So very different from last year to this year. And I think in a much more positive way this year. I think that it's been a really good thing for our football team. I think we've learned, we've grown from those games. And, hey, now you're in a region play. This is when all of that pays off, hopefully, here tonight.
No question about it. You look at this Reynolds team, obviously a monstrous offensive line, a good experienced quarterback, and a big-time running back. What are some of the specific things you're game planning and worrying about with this Reynolds team?
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Chris. I think that you've got some great skill players there, with Majerez and Ney, both have speed, and, they can make you miss. They get into the open field. They can make you miss, and if they make you miss, they're going to run by you. And as you said, very, very sizable offensive line up front, a line that, gets off the football, plays well. So, I see a very complete team. I see a team that's strong in the skill positions, very, very strong up front. A team that rallies to the football defensively, good tacklers. You can tell it's almost that wrestling background.
Right?
You see good balance, good tacklers. So
it translates.
Yeah, it does. And just no doubt a very, very good opponent, before us tonight.
Coach, I always appreciate the time again. I appreciate the words too. Before we got started talking football, always love coming here. Love seeing you and your staff and your family if I get to run into them. Certainly, congrats on all the success so far this season. Good luck tonight. Good luck as you head down the stretch.
Well, thanks a lot, Chris. Again, great to have you here, and looking forward to a great game on a high school football Saturday night.
Yeah, no doubt. Those are the thoughts of Wilmington head coach Brandon Fillion as he gets his Hounds ready for this big region showdown here against Reynolds. Pre-game continues on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Nobody plans to get hurt at work, and when I did, I had no idea what to do. So I called the Joanno Legal Group.
The insurance companies have attorneys on call. You deserve to have one too. You deserve to know your rights, and you deserve to have answers to all your questions. Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. There's no fee unless we settle your case or have to fight to protect your benefits. Please visit us at joannolegalgroup.com or call us toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
When life takes an unexpected turn, whether it's a criminal charge, a family dispute, or an injury that wasn't your fault, you need someone who will fight for you. Hi, I'm attorney Michael T. Muha, and I have the experience, the compassion, and the determination to stand by your side when it matters most. Don't face the system alone. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, today, because your rights, your family, and your future are worth protecting. Criminal defense, family law, personal injury. Call me, attorney Michael T. Muha, at 724-301-6967 or at muhalaw.com.
St. Paul's Without Walls Home-Based Services is seeking compassionate individuals who love to help others and who will nurture meaningful relationships with the clients we care for. Parents with school-aged children, college students, retirees, or anyone seeking a role that fits around their life will find this opportunity especially rewarding. Visit stpaul's1867.org/join our team to apply for a companion or care partner position with St. Paul's Without Walls Home-Based Services. St. Paul's is an equal opportunity employer.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Captain's meeting at midfield here as we're just a few minutes away from opening kickoff here between Reynolds 6-0, 2-0 in region play, and Wilmington 4-2, 0-1 in the region. And if you're watching online, you see part of the issue. There's 2 of the 4 captains for Wilmington in street clothes. One of them we knew about, Jamie Miller, out for the year with a knee injury. But we mentioned with Chase Mitchelltree also not being in the starting line. So your top 2 runners from a year ago, both not 1,000, but really close to 1,000-yard rushers, but also an offensive lineman out of the starting lineup here tonight as well.
Yeah, it's and again, this becomes much more of an issue. When you look at the 2A and the 1A teams, I mean, it's an issue for everybody, of course, when they fight the injury bug. But, so often these single A and even some of the smaller double A's, they have a roster the same size as a basketball roster. So when you start talking about injuries, particularly multiple injuries, very difficult to be the same team. When some of these guys are out and. So this is a big story. I mean, there's no question about it that Chase Mitchelltree being out for this Wilmington team, 700 yards, kind of the heart and soul of the team. That's a big story, and you and I think, did a good job not talking much about this in the first couple of segments. But I'm sure that Reynolds has it in their minds, and certainly Wilmington does too. These two teams played twice last year, and both games were lopsided, and so what Reynolds is thinking about, what kinds of things do we have to do to kind of flip that around? And of course, Wilmington, they're going to have to fight the memories of that, and not taking an opponent lightly. So that all comes into play. And then you toss the Mitchelltree injury into that, the injury of the offensive lineman there.
And talk about that defensively, too, because you lose your middle linebacker in Danny Leonard and your safety in Chase Mitchelltree, and that's who you're going to see first is the Wilmington defense.
So the team that beat Reynolds 59-0 almost 1 year ago today, it's not the same team without those guys, right? So, I mean, there it is. And, I'm sure that Reynolds probably feels like, hey, we're a year better. So I think that could certainly be the intrigue here.
Reynolds will receive the opening kickoff. They're going left to right as you listen on Sports Radio 96.7. Or if you're watching online, we'll get you your starting lineups here after the opening kick. Ryder Curvo to boot it away. Xavier Zachridge, one of the 2 deep men, as well as Parker Ney, standing up at their own 10-yard line. And we are underway here from Terry Verrelli Stadium for Region 1 action. Ball taken at the 12-yard line by Zachridge, coming to the near sideline. Steps away from one tackle and gets up to the 30-yard line before he is knocked out of bounds. So let's look at today's starting lineups. They're brought to you by 21st Century Energy Group. 21st Century Energy Group is the area leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them online, 21stcenturyenergygroup.com. Xavier Zachrich is the starting quarterback. You'll see Gabe Manjares as the running back, Parker Ney as a wide receiver, running back as well. Gio Girino, Jacob Rust are the wide receivers. Rocky Flo is the tight end. And Maddox Snyder, Aiden Ressick, Kristen Mull, Jack Nugent, and Casey Ressick are the offensive linemen.
So much for Zachrich not doing much. He did the most dangerous thing on a football field, return kicks.
And now he's under center, and going to be a little miscommunication as Parker Ney not on the same page. They run into each other, and he's going to get blasted backwards for a 5-yard loss on first down.
Yeah, I mean, you give this Hounds hammer defense, that extra second to have a little bit of the timing off. That is never good against this defense. And, yeah, you're exactly right. Ney and Zachrich literally ran into each other, and then the handoff was made, and by then there were about 4 blue shirts right in on him.
We'll get the Wilmington starting defense here after this second down play. Second down and 15 after that loss of 5. This time Zachrich in the gun. Option look to the right, traditional option. Now pitches it. Big blockers in front for Manjares across the 30 to 35. Out close to the first down marker. Give him a gain of 14. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, that's what makes this offense special. Is you got Zachrich out there and he can run the football. So you have to honor that. And then as soon as that linebacker commits, he makes that pitch. And we know what Manjares can do. And he is able to just, blast down the field and to get all of the yards that were lost and 9 more back.
3rd down and 1. 3 receiver set. Ball on the right hash. In the gun is Zachrich. Calls out the signal. Hands it off up the middle. And nowhere to go. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. In there was defensive tackler Jacob Coulter from his defensive tackle position. Maverick Whiting also in there for the loss.
Yeah, Coulter's a problem for local offenses. He just throws blockers off and gets into the backfield. And you look at those 3 plays, it's pretty evident. It's going to be tough sledding up the middle against this Hounds hammer defense.
Less than a yard to go, no hesitation whatsoever. The offense still out on the field. Looks like a tush-push formation. Zachrich, actually, they snap it back through his legs to Ney, and he's going nowhere. It's going to be a loss of 4. Trickeration, no tush-push. The snap went straight to the running back, and he's going to lose 3 for a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's you're asking Ney to try to get out onto the corner there against those great Wilmington, outside linebackers and cornerbacks. Just nowhere for him to go. The timing of that play seemed to be a little amiss right from the start. Hounds were ready for it, and they're going to take over, James, with some great field position.
Yeah, starting at the 37-yard line of Reynolds. We'll look at the updated starting lineup for this Hounds offense. In the wing T, 2 receivers to the left. They're going to go jet sweep action towards the near side, and a huge hole, and he's off to the races. Cam Kettering, 1 play, see you later. 37-yard touchdown. Wilmington strikes first.
Yeah, how about that? Again, that pitch out there, and just absolutely nobody in the way. And he just turned on the Jets, and that was that Freddie Zahetner? Yeah, that was 17.
It was 17, not 11, excuse me.
That was Freddie Zahetner. He just turned on the Jets, and they got, again, no Mitchell tree, but they still certainly got to have a lot of options, a lot of weapons.
Yeah, you'll see more of Michael Mastretta back in the backfield. We saw him a good chunk last year. He'll be one of the running backs, but Zahetner are going to be asked to do a little bit more today. Ryder Turbo off the upright and no good, so there's a 7-second drive, but then the first missed PAT of the year for Ryder Turbo. But with 9:43 remaining in the first quarter, it's Wilmington 6, Reynolds 0 here on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7 and LCSportsNet.com.
The finest cuts of meat combined with just the right amount of fire and seasonings. You don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
Join us for an open house at Hubbard Medical Complex on Wednesday, October 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. Learn more about their comprehensive services, including primary care, therapy, outpatient lab, x-rays, and Shenango Valley cardiology consultants. Enjoy giveaways, blood pressure screenings, facility tours, and refreshments. Visit Hubbard Medical Complex for their open house on Wednesday, October 22nd from 4 to 6 at 880 West Liberty Street, Hubbard. For more information, call 330-534-5400 or visit mmchs.org/Hubbard.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
I don't think you could have asked for much of a better start there if you're the Wilmington Greyhounds.
Yeah.
One play, 37 yards after your defense forces a 4-and-out. Beautiful start for Wilmington.
Beautiful start for Wilmington. Yeah, they made that big-time play on the trick play on the 4th down. Parker Ney tried to get to the outside. The Hounds hammer held on that 4th down play. And then, just kind of that classic misdirection play of the wing tee. And Freddie Zahetner off tackle, just able to break into the open, and there just wasn't anyone there. The safety had to come all the way over, and by the time he was there, he could not get the angle. And Zahetner, a 37-yard touchdown run to start this. Start the scoring off tonight, James.
Yeah, beautiful start, and we didn't even get a chance to talk about the starters there for Wilmington, so we'll get to that, the defensive starters here after this kickoff. We do have a TV station here, so we do have longer extended timeouts that are going to be happening here throughout the course of the game.
Yeah.
Works for us.
Yeah,
gives a chance to give more love to our sponsors as well.
There's more coverage of this game than the state championship games.
And believe it or not, more room as well.
Right, yes. Yeah, that's Wilmington's press box.
Not the biggest press box, but I'm going to tell you
Chef's
it's
kiss.
still
Yeah,
much better than Cumberland
Everybody
Valley.
should come over here and check it out and then redo theirs like this.
Ryder Turbo squib kick this time, taken by an up man at the 25-yard line, and now going backwards and pitching it to Zach Rich. And now acting as a lead blocker. How about this? Out to the 35-yard line down the far sideline. Nifty move there. I believe it was Maddox Snyder who picked it up.
Maddox Snyder is like, Coach, look at that. If you want to go triple option with me at the quarterback, I can do it.
I'm not sure if he's lefty or not, but that was a good left-handed pitch there on that far side,
he
too.
Took off running, and, you could see kind of communicating back there, and then made a perfect pitch, and going to get Reynolds in some, at least decent field position here, starting on the Wilmington 35.
Your Wilmington defensive starters, Maverick Whiting, Colin Raleigh, Jacob Coulter, and Cam Kettering on the defensive line. Cale Kettering, Rowan Miller, the outside backers. Andrew Miller now the starter in the middle linebacker position. In the secondary, Freddie Zahetner, Ryder Turbo, Michael Mastretta, and Wesley Vascal. All four of them with an interception on the year defensively. Ball at the 35-yard line, second possession for Reynolds, trailing 6-0, dropping back to pass. Zach Rich, his first throw over the middle. It's going to be caught but going nowhere on the completion, and right on cue, the big hit there from Miller in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, he's all over the place, right? He's like a defensive lineman on running plays. He's like a linebacker on short plays or plays getting to the outside, and then he could drop back into coverage. On plays down the field. So, completed pass for Reynolds, but what they gain? 2.5?
Yeah, give him a gain of 3, second down and 7. And that was the new middle linebacker, Andrew Miller, on the tackle. High snap, play action, throw to the near sideline, too high through the hands of Parker Ney. It'll be third down and long, 3rd and 7 coming up for Reynolds.
Yeah, and again, Reynolds is, they've gone up the middle 3 times. They've now tried 2 passes. The only play that they had any success with was that option play when they went out to Mineras, and he was able to pick up a bunch of yards. So, I mean, not that just because it worked the one time that it would work every time, but I think that's the kind of situations that you want to put this Wilmington defense into.
3rd down and 7, just 3 minutes into the game. Jet sweep action coming to the near side. Ney trying to get to the corner. Gets to the 40. Dodges one tackler, but then he's going to be ushered out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Mark him at the 44. He needed to get to the 45. So here we go again. 4th and 1. Any different thoughts here, Mr. Birch?
I say you go for it again if you're Josh Mull. I do. I say you go for it again. You just obviously what you want to.
They moved the chains on the far sideline, and now they're moving him back because he is a full yard short.
I mean, here's the thing. You have number 26 on your team. That would be Gabe Mineras.
Yeah.
Give him the ball. Give him the ball and see if he can't pick up a yard for you. Last time they kind of did a little trickeration. He didn't get the ball. You're going to go for it on 4th down. You give it to 26.
I mean, he's your 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. Already 800 yards on the ground coming into this game against tush-push formation. Will they actually snap to the quarterback? No QB sneak. They will, but he's stuffed immediately. Second effort. He's got enough for the first down. Ball actually came loose as well, but recovered by Reynolds.
Yeah, Rocky Flock was able to fall on that. That's the kind of he's been doing those kind of things for this team now for 3 years. Rocky Flock, tight end, wide receiver, running back, backup quarterback. He's done it all, and that time saving the bacon as Reynolds picks up a first down but fumbles.
Yeah, he was stuffed at first with Zachrich, but kept the legs moving as he went forward. I think it was Cale Kettering who knocked it away.
Yeah.
But enough to move the chains. 8 plays, 1 first down. 8:30 remaining in the first quarter. A 6-0 Hounds lead. High formation handoff this time to Ney, trying to get to the outside, but a swarm of the Hammer defense knocking him down immediately. No gain on the play.
They are just so fundamental. You know, you see a play like that, usually when Reynolds runs that, you think, you know, he's going to pick up 7 or 8 yards because he's got a full head of steam. It looks like he's going to get downhill, as they say. And Reynolds just swarms after you and tackles low. And what ends there was, James. That's what I was talking about. Instead of it being a 7-yard gain, it's a 1, 2, 3-yard gain.
Coming in, Parker Ney with 545 rushing yards on the year. He's got 4 carries for negative yards here so far here today. Garino comes in motion to the near sideline. Now resets, handoff up the middle to Gabe Manjares. He's going to fight forward, tries to break away from a tackle, but forward progress held as he crosses midfield. Give him a gain of 5. It will be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that's my favorite play right there, giving the ball to Manjares. Yeah. He's so talented. He's so hard to bring down. He's so good in the open field. I mean, he is, one of the all-time greats in Mercer County history. And, again, I think if Reynolds is going to have a chance, he's got to have a big night.
He eclipsed the 3,000 career rushing yards plateau a week ago. I mean, you want to talk about an exclusive list of top backs in the county's history. He's the fullback now in the I formation on 3rd down and 5. Zachrich, 2-step drop, pump fakes, now rolls out to his right, throws on the run, man open behind the defense, but it's a little bit too far out in front as Garino on the scramble drill went deep, but couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, Garino, he got behind him, didn't he? Yeah, but just enough pressure on Zachrich that he wasn't able to get the exact pass that he wanted. Because, that could have been the kind of break, right, that Reynolds is looking for to really kind of flip the script, as they say, on last year's games.
So 4th and 5, ball just across midfield, and Reynolds late to make their substitutions now with 10 seconds on the play clock. They're lined up ready to punt it away, and it is Zachrich, the quarterback, who is the punter. Keep that in mind as well. He receives the snap and able to get it off. A spiraling punt going back on it, and a late fair catch signal made by Freddie Zahetner. With 6:52 remaining in the first quarter, we have a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout here as well. You're listening to high school football on Sports Radio 96.7 and watching on Facebook Live and lcsportsnet.com.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, whether or not.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Call Reinhardt's Insurance, 724-342-2291. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Wilmington will take over at their own 11-yard line after the punt. They lead Reynolds 6-0. Let's talk about some of the keys to the game. We got quickly into it with a couple of big plays defensively for the Hounds, and then getting the rushing touchdown on their only play from scrimmage. with their top two backs out, I think seeing double is going to be big tonight for the Hounds. It's got to be the Kettering twins, although you have Freddie Zahedner over getting the first touchdown. And I think the other key for Wilmington tonight, they didn't get a turnover, but a turnover on downs. Forcing those turnovers is going to be a key. They only forced 2 all year. It's the lowest in the county.
Right, but again, you're right. When you stop a team on third down or on fourth down and you get the football back, in a lot of ways that's as good as a turnover. I agree. A couple of turnovers would be good, but they just have to play good, solid defense, keep Minyares in check, and for Reynolds, I love the amnesia about last year. Yes.
Wing T, handoff up the middle on 1st and 10 for Wilmington, out past the 35 to the 36-yard line on the fullback dive. That is Cam Kettering on the carry, number 11. And it's not just amnesia from last year there, Chris, because all-time, 33rd meeting between these two teams, Wilmington is 30-2.
Yes. However, let me say this, being a bit of a Mercer County football historian, there's a lot of teams that are 2-30 against Wilmington in the area. So, I'm joking, of course, but Wilmington has been that good for that long.
6 yards on first down for Cam Kettering. They're going to pitch it to the near side for Kettering. He steps inside. He's got the first down past the 20, out to the 25, dragging tacklers out past the 30-yard line for the first down. And check it again. That's Freddie Zahedner who was in the backfield getting the big gain out to the 32.
Yeah, Zahedner's just a good football player, right? Okay, Mitchell Tree's out. Okay, Freddie, we need you to be him tonight. And obviously nobody's going to be him. Yeah. But he's an awfully good football player and showing it there.
21st Century Energy Group for your starting lineups. Jacob Coulter, Maverick Whiting, Aiden Boyer, Jaron Lorenz, and Colin Raleigh on the offensive line. Jude Beatty is the tight end. You'll see Cam Kettering and Cale Kettering as part of the backfield. Cam, that is, as the fullback. Cam Kettering and Michael Mastretta as the halfbacks. Freddie Zahedner, a little bit of everywhere so far out on the field as this pitch goes to Cale Kettering from far to near side. He's going to fight forward for about a 2-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, that'll give that Reynolds team some confidence. Maddox Snyder all over that one. He's a good football player. It's funny. It's week 7. I haven't seen Reynolds yet. I called 4 Reynolds games last year and then 1 in the playoffs, so I called almost half of their games last year. So I'm familiar with so many of these these guys that have been around for multiple years.
Well, part of it too, Chris. Yeah. Everybody back. Not a single senior on the roster from Reynolds last year. Yeah. Only 2 from Wilmington, but they were not starters, and it's crazy. Both of these teams have everybody back this year. 2nd down and 8. Right handoff up the gut. Kettering again, dragging tacklers past the 35, out past the 40. He's going to be close to the first down marker, and they're going to give it to a gain of 8 to move the chains with 5:06 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, Cam Kettering he's listed at 6 feet 185. That's not like monstrous fullback size, right? But the way he plays, though, he plays like he's 20 or 30 pounds heavier than that. Like those 6'4" power forwards that play like they're 6'9". He plays like he's 220.
But I was going to say he runs like he's 5'6", not like he's a 6-footer. He gets really low to the ground.
That's a great point. Yes.
Ball at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hounds, already leading 6-0. They're going to go handoff jet sweep to the near side. Good cut by Zahedner. He's going to get up close to midfield for a gain of about 7 yards on first down.
As Zahedner, great feet. You can really see it both on that touchdown run and then that run right there. He's just kind of pitter-pattering, and then, boom, finds the hole and hits it.
Your starting defense for Reynolds. Rocky Flock, Casey Resick, Aiden Resick, and Chase Obenrader on the defensive line. Jacob Blackburn, Maddox Snyder, Xavier Zachrich at the linebacker position, and Giovanni Garino, Gabe Injares, Jacob Rust, and Parker Ney in the secondary. Also likely to see Connor Bell back rotating in defensively as well. Pitch coming to the near side for Zahedner. He's going to bounce off one tackler, fight forward. He's going to be just shy of the yard to gain. Needed 3, picked up 2, 3rd and 1. We're down to 4 minutes remaining in the opening frame.
Yeah, big chance Obenraiders, all 6'4", 270 pounds of them, getting over there to make sure he was short. So we got a big 3rd down play coming up here.
3rd down and 1, ball just across midfield. Wilmington with a 6-0 advantage. This is their second offensive drive of the game. Rowan Miller, the quarterback, under center on 3rd and 1. He's going to sneak it forward. Held up initially, but the swarm forward. Little rugby scrum. Going to pick up about 4 yards in the first down.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line by Wilmington, right? Coulter, Whiting, Boring, Lorenz, Rolfe, all right around that 250-pound mark, except for Whiting. just able to finally get that surge that they needed to get their back over the first down yard to gain.
Check it out on our instant replay, thanks to our friends at LC SportsNet and LCAP. 1st and 10, 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. Hounds across midfield at the Reynolds 47-yard line. Triple option look and a handoff, a quick hitter to Cam Kettering, and before you even know it, he's 7 yards down the field, down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's a real weapon for them, right? I mean, usually one would think he's going to get more carries than he usually gets with Whiting out of the lineup, and man, he can really get that midline off behind that offensive line there.
Well, the wing T, when you're balanced and who gets the carries, is what's going to be most successful. And how about this? Your fullback's got 3 carries for 6, 7, and 8 yards.
Yeah, that's he's.
Fake to him, inside trap coming to the near side for Zahetner. He's going to lower his shoulder, get the first down, drag forward, spins down at the 35-yard line, pick up a 5, first down Wilmington.
Yeah, some really good blocking over there on that side of the line. Christopher Vanansky getting it done out there.
10th play of the drive coming up, Chris, with 2:15 remaining in the opening quarter. Hounds marching down the field. This drive started at their own 11-yard line.
Yeah, this is kind of the old classic traditional Wilmington drive, right? Get the fullback going up there for some 5- and 6-yard gains. Get the tailback going. Offensive line doing their thing.
Hand off to Kettering up the middle. Again, keeps the legs going, fighting forward close to the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on first down. And Mr. Bob Greenberg, this one's from you. This one is just for you, sir. All right, because this, I say this with a big tongue-in-cheek here, and it breaks my heart, but this looks like UCLA driving down the field against Penn State.
Yeah, how about that? I actually don't think Mr. Greenberg is that disappointed that the left coasters got the win against the Penn Staters. I'm just guessing.
UCLA 42-37 in that game. 6-0 to score here. Another handoff for Kettering up the middle. He's got the first down. About to the near side. Lowers his shoulder. Down to 20. Trying to dragged him down by the jersey, but can't do so. Now finally tripped up at the 16-yard line. Big gain of 14 yards for Big Cam.
Yeah, and again, I've been given the offensive line, their due. That was all Cam. That was all Kettering. Just getting out into the linebacking core, keeping the feet churning, breaking tackles, and picking up a first down for the Hounds.
Dragged one of the Reynolds players along the way as well, as Wilmington has entered the McCandless Red Zone. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs in Mercer and Meadville. Another handoff for Kettering up the gut. Not as much room this time, but it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Well, they'll mark it officially at 2, of course. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Hounds looking to double their advantage.
Yeah, and this has been a drive, really, that's kind of defined the first quarter as we start to close in on the end.
Down to 25 seconds left. Ball at the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8, likely the last play of the opening quarter. Man in motion, jet sweep going to the far side. Trying to get to the edge is Cale Kettering. He's going to get to the 10, makes him miss. Actually, 2 Reynolds players run into each other, and then he's finally ushered out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, able to get out of bounds and stop that first quarter clock. But,
so not the last play of the quarter.
Yeah.
They'll mark him out at the 9, Chris, so give him a gain of 5, 3rd and 3 upcoming.
3rd and 3. So, yeah, I mean, this is Wilmington loves, kind of these long, methodical drives. They'll take the quick 37-yard touchdown run, but they'll also take these drives that chew up, half or more of a quarter that culminate in points. So Reynolds back to the wall a little bit.
The strut of the receiver to the near side of the formation. Wing T. They're going to go pitch to Zahetner. Cuts back up the middle. He's going to get close to the first down marker. Now inside the 5 on second effort. He does move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal for the Hounds as we hit the end of the first quarter. 6-0 Wilmington over Reynolds. Back in a moment. This is a 2-minute timeout here on Sports Radio 96.7 and streaming on lcsportsnet.com.
Mancino's Driving School is your go-to destination for top-notch driving education. Whether you're a teen or an adult, Mancino's experienced instructors ensure you're equipped with essential skills and safety tips. Offering flexible schedules and personalized lessons, Mancino's Driving School make learning to drive convenient and effective. Visit our website at mancinosdrivingschool.com to enroll today and begin your journey toward becoming a safe, independent driver.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word auto to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
One moment I was on my way to my son's ball game, and the next I was being placed in an ambulance. I needed help. That's why I called the Joanno Legal Group.
Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. Please visit them at joannolegalgroup.com. That's JOANOW legalgroup.com. Or call toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Join us for an open house at Hubbard Medical Complex on Wednesday, October 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. Learn more about their comprehensive services, including primary care, therapy, outpatient lab, x-rays, and Shenango Valley cardiology consultants. Enjoy giveaways, blood pressure screenings, facility tours, and refreshments. Visit Hubbard Medical Complex for their open house on Wednesday, October 22nd from 4 to 6 at 880 West Liberty Street, Hubbard. For more information, call 330-534-5400 or visit mmchs.org/Hubbard.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group.
Second quarter underway. Pitch to Hetner on first and goal for the Hounds. He's going to get stood up near the line of scrimmage. Second effort trying to push forward. Not going to get anywhere. Maybe a gain of 1. Hounds leading 6-0, but on the doorstep yet again, Chris.
Yeah, and just a long sustained drive here by the Hounds. And trying to cap it off. Reynolds doing a pretty good job here inside the McCandless Ford red zone.
Gave him a gain of 2 officially. This is upcoming the 16th play of the drive. Mascreta's going to go wide to the right, the short side of the field. Again, no Chase Mitchell-Tree tonight, out with injury. No Danny Leonard, out with injury. Man in motion, and they're going to keep with Rowan Miller. He's going to fight his way close to the goal line. The knee hits just before he gets there inside the 1-yard line. Haven't seen a lot of him carrying it so far tonight. That is only his second carry, but you like the play fake and ends up having a lead blocker elsewise.
Yeah, it was a great play fake. It got the linebacker to bite, but Reynolds did a really good job kind of getting back in there. That was Rocky Flock getting in there and clogging things up from that defensive end position. 3rd and goal just inside the 1-yard line for the Hounds. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down already here on this drive. QB sneak for Miller up the middle. Stuffed initially, keeps the legs going, and they're going to be just short. Well, last week they had 4 chances inside the 2-yard line against Farrell. Were unable to punch it in. And now again, was 1st and goal from the 5. 4th down upcoming. And that was a real kind of a, early game definer in that one.
That was our lock, stock, and barrel play of the game last week.
Yeah, so that's a... see what the Hounds come up with here.
Leading 6-0, 4th and goal. Again, ball inside the 1-yard line. Miller under center in the wing tee. Everybody right up on the line of scrimmage. He again sneaks it up the gut, and he'll get in there this time. No signal yet. Still waiting for it. There it is. Touchdown Hounds, capping off an 18-play scoring drive.
Yeah, chewed up most of the second half of the first quarter. And then obviously 2.5 minutes almost into the second quarter. So the Hounds putting together a terrific long drive that results in points. And looks like Coach Fillion going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to chase that point back if they're missing the extra point. 18 plays, 89 yards, 8 minutes and 42 seconds off of the clock.
Yeah,
capped off by the 4th down QB sneak.
So frustrating for a defense to be out there that long.
Miller able to keep it on the conversion, and he's going to scamper in there, get the point back. Hounds 14, Reynolds 0, 9:50 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in a moment here on your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7, streaming on lcsportsnet.com.
Looking for a career where your hard work is appreciated? Join Extreme Machine and Fab in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Since 1995, Extreme Machine and Fab has become one of the biggest and most trusted premier full-service machine shops, servicing customers worldwide in the steel industry, Department of Defense, and nuclear power industry, to name just a few. From small components to 75-ton projects, their machining, fabrication, and engineering teams do it all. Extreme Machine and Fab offers competitive wages and competitive benefits. Apply today at extrememachinefab.com. Join the EMF team. Innovate, grow, succeed.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
Fantastic drive, taking up nearly 9 minutes off the clock, marching right down the field. 2 for 3 on third downs, but the fourth down conversion punching it in the end zone, Chris.
Yeah, and again, you think about, certainly last year in that 56-9 game up at Reynolds at transfer almost 1 year ago, October 5th. It was just the quick plays, short drives. So, I mean, this might sound terrible, but if you're Reynolds, you can at least take some solace in the fact that you made the Hounds really have to work there. But obviously, any coach will take a 9-minute drive for a touchdown any time. So, yeah, I mean, there's no question that, it's a lot more competitive of a game here than it was a year ago. But still, the Hounds, very impressive drive.
18 plays on that drive alone. 11 plays run so far in 2 drives for Reynolds. They're attacking right to left, deep to receive Parker Ney and Xavier Zachrich. 14-0 Wilmington here at Terry Varelli Stadium. So this is your first time to the newly named Terry Varelli.
That's right, yeah, that's right. Renamed this summer. Yeah, what a unbelievable run he had.
314 wins in 40 years. I think that's worthy.
Yep.
Ryder Turbo to boot it away. Another low line drive bouncer. It will get all the way back to Ney, taken at the 12-yard line. Going towards the far sideline, trying to get toward the outside. Does get to the edge. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Yeah. And a flag thrown. I would estimate that went about 35 yards in the air.
He threw it from the 35 to the 30. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a heck of a toss there. And
I agree. Our Sportsnet cameraman Lee Moan says, get him a shirt for our play of the game. Holy cow. And they're going to give a blindside block. So your first penalty of the game gives us a chance to introduce our officiating crew, the first penalty here of the evening. Your officiating crew tonight, referee is John Jaraki, umpire is Tom Davis. Lineswoman is Leanne Williams, line judge is John McCulis, and back judge Gabe Mild. So the blindside block will push back Reynolds back inside their own 20. Looks like they will mark it at the 13-yard line. All right, so let's talk about Reynolds. You're trailing by 2 scores here early. Haven't had a lot of success on the ground.
Yeah.
They did get a fourth down conversion on their last drive, but what are you thinking? It can't be in panic mode yet.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I just think you got to stay with kind of what you've done well. Obviously continue to mix it up, but make sure Mignarez gets his hands on the football several times on each series.
He's not on this. They're going to go trips to the right and throw in the middle. It's intercepted at the 35-yard line. Wesley Vasquez to the 25, to the 20, makes a man miss inside the 15, to the 10, to the 5, trying to fight his way into the end zone. He's going to be dragged down at the 4-yard line. Change in possession and into the McCandless red zone as well, as he read that one like a book and almost took it to the house.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, Wesley Vasquez just stepping into the lane there and able to return it almost to the end, and there's your game-changing moment right there.
Well, we said it. That was one of our keys to the game was got to get the turnovers. Reynolds leads the county in turnovers. Wilmington last in turnovers, but it's the Hounds that gets it first.
Right. And
well, here's the bad news. Clock never ran on that play. So that's a 0-second drive officially for Reynolds.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
First and goal, and mark it at the 4. End around coming to the near side. Scooping under a tackler and into the end zone is Cale Kettering. His third rushing touchdown of the year. Scored out 20-0 with 9:38 remaining in the first half. Hounds in the lead.
Yeah, great blocking up front by the big boys, and Kettering just following it in, made one cutback, able to find the end zone, and Wilmington's really taking control of this game.
Well, they got a one-play 37-yard drive, now a one-play 4-yard drive. Set up by the Wesley Vascal interception. Now Turvo in to attempt the extra point. His first one went off the left upright. High snap put down by Freddie Zahetner. It's up and good. 2 touchdowns for Wilmington, just 12 seconds apart. They lead Reynolds 21-0 early second quarter. We'll be back in a moment. Your home for high school football. Sports Radio 96.7 and watching on lcsportsnet.com.
Sharon Regional Health System is celebrating a new chapter, proudly serving the healthcare needs of our community. We have a renewed dedication and unwavering commitment to deliver the highest standard of care that you've come to know and expect. This means reinvesting in our employees, our physicians, and the essential medical technologies needed to provide exceptional care to you and your family. Sharon Regional Health System, continuing the legacy of healthcare in our community. Learn more at SharonRegionalHealthSystem.org.
When you're a grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank has experience when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
Now, talk about an easy drive somewhere. We've had a couple of them already. One play, 4 yards, 5 seconds off the clock. A 21-0 lead for Wilmington with 9:38 remaining in the first half. 3 rushing touchdowns, one from Freddie Zahetner on the first offensive play, that last one from Cale Kettering, and Rowan Miller with a QB sneak to sandwich him in between. Everybody getting involved and making up for missing pieces.
Yeah, it's so they got the two short drives, quick drives, and then obviously the 9-minute one, so they mixed it up here.
Another squib kick, dirty kick, and finally nothing to do with just falling on top of it was Zachrich at his own 18-yard line. Almost feels like some of the NFL dirty kicks you're seeing.
Yeah, that's right.
Knuckleball's tough to handle.
Right, yeah, the new NFL kickoff rules, those make more sense. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Reynolds has done some things that indicate that they should be, and will be competitive in this game, but they need to answer now, right? I mean, it has to be now that they put something together. So a kind of a big moment in the game here with 9:38 to go in the second quarter for this Raiders team.
In the gun is Zachrich with Minjars to his left, 2 receivers each way. Option look to the left, quick pitch to Minjars. He's got blockers in front out to the 20, and then undercut at about the 24-yard line for a gain of 6. And I think this is the key right here too. This is a 3,000-yard rusher. You can't just erase him from the playbook because you're down by 3 scores. I like that you get the ball in his hands right away.
No question, right. And, you said last time you can't go into panic mode there. And I mean, attempting kind of a mid-range pass last time is not exactly panic mode, but, they kind of went out of their comfort zone, out of their identity a little bit, and led to the turnover. So, yeah, get back to doing what you do best.
Gain of 6 on that first down play. Tight formation to the right. Now they'll send Parker Ney in formation to the left. And the receiver on the far sideline, Garino, went running down the field. So false start will turn this from 2nd and 4 to 2nd and 9. Coming back at the half, we'll get our full stats and recap. We'll also get, if you're watching online, we'll have performances of the Reynolds and Wilmington marching bands. Again, you can watch on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page, also with Lawrence County SportsNet Facebook page, or on lcsportsnet.com.
Yeah, so here we go. This 2nd and 9 play here for the Raiders. Need to get something going.
Ney goes in motion from right to left, hand up in the middle. A huge hole from Injaras across the 30. He's got the first down to the 35, to the 40. Finally dragged down at about the 45-yard line. And he's got the speed, and this line's got the talent. Doesn't need a huge hole, but that one you could drive a Mack truck through.
Right, yeah, he got a really nice hole right there, but then once he got out into the open there, really did turn on the jets. He's, he runs low. He runs, I call it run easy. Like he's fast, and he's running hard, but he also kind of has that appearance of, he could change directions at any time. He's not overcommitted to anything.
Ball dropped on the snap on 1st and 10. Zach Rich picks it up, and no whistle. Finally, they blow a whistle as there were blockers going crazy down the field fighting against each other. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the aborted snap. 2nd down and 11 coming up. 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Still a 21-0 Wilmington lead.
Yeah, again, that's certainly good sign for Reynolds being able to pick up that big running play here. But then they fumble a snap on the next play and are already behind the chains on 2nd down.
Now in the gun, 2 receivers each way on 2nd down and 11. Hand off to Minjaras, trying to go to the right side. He's going absolutely nowhere. Stuffed immediately by the big men up front. That was number 74 on the tackle. Jacob Coulter called his name a couple times already here defensively.
Yeah, he's again, he's just kind of in on every play, making things happen. He's either getting the tackle, making the play, or he's kind of paving the way for his teammates to make plays. Doing that again. Big 3rd down play right here for the Raiders.
Down to 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Already a 21-0 advantage. No gain. It is 3rd and 11. Jet sweep to Parker Ney, trying to go to the far side. Makes one man miss. Going to get to midfield before he's upended there after a short gain. Pick of a 4. Ball right at midfield, but it's 4th down and 7. And now here's another question, too. I mean, you're in this formation, in this position where you punted it deep to pin Wilmington. They went on an 18-play drive. You're now down 3 scores, and I think Coach Hall's thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
We got to be going for it.
I mean, they're at the 50, too. It's not like, when they went for it, on that first drive and they were inside the 40. They're right at midfield here. So, why not?
10 on the play clock as they break the huddle, though. It's 4th down and 7. They need to get to the 43 to move the chains midway here through this second quarter. 2 receivers each way for Zach Rich. Drops back, looks to set up the screen and has it well set up. Able to get it to Minjaras. He's got the first down inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Great play call on 4th and 7.
I was just going to say that. Fantastic play call and great execution by the Reynolds offense. Zach Rich really sold that. Minjaras kind of holding that spot, stayed disciplined. Nice little pass, and then Minjaras doing the rest and picking up a huge first down for the Raiders.
Only the 3rd catch of the year for the senior running back. But a big one to move the chains. 5:35 remaining in the first half. Trips right, ball at the 38-yard line. Rolling right is Zach Rich. Trying, now he's going to tuck and run. He's going to get inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Did I see a flag thrown there back in the secondary? Thought I saw something fly. Guess not.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's the band on the far sideline twirling the batons.
Twirl, yeah.
So my apologies there. Short gain on the keeper for Zach Rich. Gain of 3.
Yeah. My partner Ryan Briggs and I have called several Grove City games. Grove City has 3 offensive linemen that have shoes the exact color of flags. We think there's a flag on every play.
That probably shouldn't be legal, should it? Under center now on 2nd down and 7. For Reynolds, trailing by 3 scores. Jet sweep coming in the near side for Parker Ney. Plants the left foot, cuts upfield, gets a couple of yards, but that's it. Runs into a pair of big blue jerseys there for a short gain. Right in there amongst it is the new middle linebacker, Andrew Miller, again starting in place of Danny Leonard. If you're just joining us, Wilmington without Danny Leonard on the offensive line and linebacker position, also without Chase Mitchelltree here tonight.
Maverick Whiting is not going to get credit for a tackle or even an assist there, but he's the one that cut off the edge on that jet sweep, so Ney had to cut it back up into the middle, went right into the teeth of the linebacking core.
Doing his job there on that defensive end position was Maverick. 3rd down and 5. Under center again is Zachrich. Lone back is Manjars. He's going to get the handoff up the middle. Not much room, but keeps the legs going. He's inside the 30. He's going to be close to the first down marker. He's going to be about a half yard short. He was hit right at the line, but credit to Big Gabe because he did not give up and basically dragged Jacob Coulter forward.
That's what he does. I mean, his speed is legendary, but he can also, drag tacklers and he's 5'9", 205.
Yeah, more of your prototypical size of what you would expect to see for a running back.
Yeah.
So 4th down and 1, ball at the 29-yard line. Already 2 of 3 on 4th down attempts tonight are the Raiders. Pistol set, handoff Manjars. He's going to get the first down. Needed about a half yard. They're going to get him down to the 27, so that's a gain of 3. And now 3 of 4 on 4th downs.
Yeah.
Are the Raiders.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you kind of look back on this game so far and you think, man, we should have been doing this more with Manjars early on here because what they got going with him right now is working.
11th play of the drive. They've been 9 of the 10, I should say, plays have been on the ground. The 4th down conversion prior through the air. They look to go through the air again. Quick pass to the outside. Caught just shy of the 20. Dragged down immediately. They're mark it right outside of the McCandless red zone.
Yeah, Rocky Flock getting out there from that tight end position. Nice little rollout by Zachrich. Hitting Flock in stride and Flock getting a nice first down gain.
Gain of 7. I like that on first down. How about, check my numbers, believe that's his first catch of the year.
Wow. Yeah, he's been a good tight end for them for a long time though, so that's surprising.
Well, I trust Professor Briggs.
Oh no, I do too.
I had to confirm, but yes, that is first catch for Mr. Flock on the season. Parker Ney into the backfield. He's going to make one man miss on the handoff up the middle, and he's going to get ripped down at the 20-yard line, and a late flag thrown as well. May have gotten a part of the horse collar there, possibly.
Yeah, horse collar, and he got his hand up in there, and then of course they flung him down pretty violently. That's going to be a call every time.
It's going to be the first penalty against Wilmington. It will result in a first down. Half the distance to the 10-yard line as Reynolds has entered the McCandless red zone. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs in Mercer and Meadville.
Yeah, this has been a nice drive. Certainly all kinds of things to be encouraged about if you're Reynolds offensively. A lot of football left here, but goes without saying, James, this is a kind of a big moment in this game for the Raiders.
First and goal, ball marked right at the 10-yard line. Down to 2:25 remaining here in the first half. So this is also a drive now that has taken 7 minutes off the clock for Reynolds. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, in the gun, and Manjars to the left of Zachrich. Zachrich dropping back, looking to pass, now scrambling up the middle. Breaks away from one tackle in the backfield, breaks away from a second, now fighting forward to the 10. Back to the line of scrimmage. Jackson's going to gain a yard on the play. Also a flag thrown back in the middle and what you would expect to be a location of holding.
Yeah. Yep.
Another crackback block is going to be called actually against Reynolds. Check it out on our instant replay as you're watching online.
Yeah, that's, when the quarterback gets to scrambling around on a broken play, that is maybe the second most place that you would see that. Obviously the most is on a kickoff or a punt return.
So 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. We're down to 2:02 remaining here. Still a 21-0 lead, 2:02 remaining in the first half.
I always kind of chuckle a little bit about that rule, which is an absolutely great rule for safety. But 20 years ago, or back when I played, you'd get a high five for doing that. For a block like that.
Man in motion on a jet sweep. It's Ney again. He's going to get inside the 20, back inside the red zone, down to the 15-yard line. So picks up 10 of those 15 yards right back.
Yeah.
One of the linemen lost his shoe on the play as well there for Reynolds.
Yeah, good scamper. That's what Ney does. Ney looks at times like he's on ice skates, which I mean that in a good way. Like he's kind of changing directions quickly.
Clock now is going to become an issue. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining, but we're down to 90 seconds here in the first half. And actually, I think Reynolds may have to burn a timeout. Is finally getting back to his feet was, I believe that's Aiden Resick, the lineman who was without a shoe. Second and goal from the 15. Quick throw out into the flat, wide open, caught at the 15, inside the 10. Nays able to bounce off a tackler and get out of bounds at the 9-yard line, stopping the clock with 1:10 remaining.
That's a great play call, too, just as far as kind of keeping things alive, because it stopped it. You pick up 5 yards or so, and you get out of bounds, you stop the clock, and it's something your guys can do, something your guys have confidence in.
15th play of the drive, they're going to say Nay stepped out of bounds at the 11. So third and goal from the 11. Reynolds looking to get on the board for the first time tonight, and they're going to take their first timeout of the night as well. We'll take a 30-second timeout here as well. 1:10 remaining. Wilmington leading Reynolds 21-0 on Sports Radio 96.7 and video on Facebook Live and lcsportsnet.com.
Looking for a place where you or a loved one can thrive with a community that cares? Discover the Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, where independent living meets peace of mind. Our private apartments offer the freedom to live on your terms with personal care and daily assistance available if needed. Short-term stays are also available. For more information or to schedule your in-person tour, visit rwsv.org or call 724-347-0998. The Ridgewood at Shenango Valley, where comfort, care, and community come together. Equal housing opportunity.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group for all of your roofing, siding, and exterior needs.
15th play of the drive coming up for Reynolds. They've marched down the field, but now they face third and goal from the 11. You don't need all of it. It's 2-down territory here. They've already converted 2 fourth downs on this drive already, Chris.
Yeah, so they're got two plays, but also a little bit of fighting against the clock a little bit. 1:10. But, this is got to have something that you really feel confident in here as far as play calling. That's one of those things where obviously you don't practice every play an even amount. And this is one of those ones as a coaching staff you want to say, all right, what's this play? What's the play that the guys feel the most confident about here? You got to run that here and pick up a good chunk of that third down right now.
I think a good timeout as well. First timeout taken. You got. It's not like you're going to get a first down because it is third and goal right here.
Yeah, right. One thing that has just characterized this Wilmington defense, not just this group of guys, but going way back in history, is how good they are inside the McCandless Ford red zone. Is they just they're good everywhere, but they toughen up even more inside the 20.
So third and goal from the 11, trailing 21-0. Reynolds will send trips to the left. Manjar is also to the left of Zachrich in the gun. Now they're going to bring a man in motion. That's Jacob Russ coming inside. They're going to go quick screen to the near sideline. Flag thrown right at the snap as Garino runs upfield. He's going to get hit pretty quickly at the 10-yard line. Flag thrown right away. I'm going to guess that they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
So here's the question. It's a gain of 1. Fourth and goal from the 10, or do you make it third and goal back at the 20?
That's a great question. Yeah, you can see.
Or it would be at the 16, excuse me.
Coach Fillion trying to get some clarification.
Right now it's a 1-yard completion.
Yeah, he's going to decline it. Good catch by you.
So illegal formation is the call. So it goes down as a 1-yard completion from Zachrich to Garino, and now fourth down yet again. How about this? Reynolds is 0 for 6 on third down.
Yeah.
However, they've converted their last 3 attempts on fourth down.
Right.
Will the Hammer defense hold tight again? Clock now winding at 1 minute to play in the first half. 16th play of the drive. Down to 10 on the play clock. Trips right here on fourth and goal from the 10. Zachrich rolls out to his right. Being chased from behind by a pair of Hounds defenders, and he's going to throw it away. Maverick Whiting in his face, as was Colin Raleigh.
Yeah, good coverage down the field. There just wasn't anybody to throw it to. Whiting's got his mitts on Zachrich and did not let him go. Got the pass off, but there just wasn't anybody to throw it to.
How about a 16-play, 9-minute, 4-second drive that ends in a turnover on downs?
Yeah, that's tough to swallow. Certainly a lot of things to be frustrated about if you're Reynolds, but that's maybe the most frustrating is you're able to put together a big-time drive. You're able to get all of your playmakers involved, but then not able to score once you get inside the 10.
And because they used a timeout, Wilmington can just take a knee if they choose to. They're actually going to go with a fake pitch and a handoff right up the middle, still fighting forward all the way out to the 18-yard line on the gain. And not a bad idea. Maybe see if you can break one on first down.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they'll play. They'll be super conservative here.
That was Cam Kettering, but on the 7-yard pickup.
But super conservative is Wilmington's base offense.
That's very true. I was about to say they're going to take a knee, but they tried to break one, unable to do so, and now the clock will wind down to end the first half. Wilmington able to hold defensively, a couple of one-play scoring drives and an 18-play scoring drive as well for the Hounds. They lead Reynolds 21-0 at the halftime break here from Terry Varelli Stadium. We'll take a break. We'll come back, give you the first half recap, and take a look at the Reynolds and Greyhound bands when we return. Your home for high school football on Sports Radio 96.7, video stream at lcsportsnet.com.
Looking for a career where your hard work is appreciated? Join Extreme Machine and Fab in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Since 1995, Extreme Machine and Fab has become one of the biggest and most trusted premier full-service machine shops, servicing customers worldwide in the steel industry, Department of Defense, and nuclear power industry, to name just a few. From small components to 75-ton projects, their machining, fabrication, and engineering teams do it all. Extreme Machine and Fab offers competitive wages and competitive benefits. Apply today at extrememachinefab.com. Join the EMF team. Innovate, grow, succeed.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42-hole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is a full-service deli with party rings and meat and cheese trays available. Located in Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville, they are open Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 7, and Saturday from 9 to 3, closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Transform your home with Shell Restoration, the area's top roofing and exterior remodeling experts, celebrating their third year on the Qualified Remodeler Top 500 list and sweeping 4 categories in the 2025 Best of the Best Awards. Shell Restoration is your trusted choice for roofing, siding, windows, and more. Visit the brand new Shell Restoration state-of-the-art showroom at 2110 East Washington Street, Newcastle, during their grand opening on Saturday, October 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Touch, feel, and choose premium materials with confidence. Visit shellrestoration.com today.
Why is your auto loan not at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union? Seriously, why isn't it? If you financed your vehicle at the dealership, you're probably paying way more than you need. Refinance today and receive up to $100 from us. Lower your rate, shrink your payment, and smile more every month. It's fast and simple. For more details, go to gcafcu.org or text the word auto to 724-458-7520. The Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Members of NCUA and Equal Opportunity Lender.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Halftime here at Terry Varelli Stadium, a 21-0 advantage for the Wilmington Greyhounds over Reynolds. The undefeated Reynolds Raiders looking for their first 7-0 start in quite some time here, Chris Birch, but they've run into a bit of a buzzsaw. Couple of short fields for Wilmington, and then they're able to hold defensively there to end the first half.
Yeah, and again, just a couple of mistakes by Reynolds, and just a couple of moments. You can really go back to that fourth and short play where Reynolds kind of faked the dive and snapped it back and tried to get to the outside and didn't get it, and then on the very next play, Freddie Zahetner scores on the 37-yard touchdown run, and then the interception that really set up the other short field, Wesley Vasgal's interception that sets up the short field, and they get the other quick score So, really, it's been one long drive by both teams, right? And a couple of stops. So the game is, really competitive. But the fact of the matter is, Reynolds has not been able to get into the end zone even after that great long drive they had to end the half. And Wilmington scores after a couple of Reynolds mistakes.
Yeah, one-play scoring drive after the first 4 and outs to start the game. Freddie Zahetner takes the pitch and goes 37 yards for the touchdown. Kick was no good, 6-0 just 2 minutes into the game. A fourth down conversion on the next possession for Reynolds, but they're forced to punt near midfield. Sets up an 89-yard scoring drive. 18 plays on the drive, nearly 9 minutes of clock wasted by the Hounds. Rowan Miller on 4th and goal sneaks it in from just inside the 1-yard line. 12 seconds later, they get another touchdown. An interception from Wesley Vascal, returned about 25 yards inside the 5-yard line, sets up Cale Kettering's third touchdown of the year, a 4-yard run, making it a 21-0 lead. 2 touchdowns just 12 seconds apart, and then you just alluded to it, a 16-play drive to end the first half. There for Reynolds. They drive nearly the length of the field. 72 yards on that drive, but Chris, they couldn't punch it in. A turnover on downs. 9 minutes of clock, and that's the thing too. You're down 3 scores, you got to score, and kind of score kind of quickly.
Right.
They wasted that whole last of the first half.
Yeah,
and were unable to punch it in the end zone.
And what a different feel this game would have.
Oh my, yes.
Heading into the second half if it's 21-7. But now all of a sudden. Certainly looks like Reynolds' best option to score is to put together long drives, but the problem is you're down 3 touchdowns. You're not going to have too many opportunities to with the long drive. So, really comes down to, can Wilmington make stops? Can Wilmington get 3 and outs and get the football back and put together some drives where they can score? And if you're Reynolds, or if you're Wilmington, I don't know why I keep doing that. If you're Wilmington, you just want to keep on picking up first downs, put together things like that 9-minute drive, and you can, with a couple of drives like that, not give Reynolds enough possessions to come back and win the game.
Saturday night high school football, 21-0. Wilmington leading Reynolds here at the halftime break. Let's take another timeout. We'll come back. We'll get you some sounds of the marching bands, and we'll get you the full first half scoring and stats. And we'll also take a look back at the scores from last night's games as well. You're watching on lcsportsnet.com and listening on Sports Radio 96.7.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
How well do you know your insurance company?
Well, I know I pay each month, and I'm covered.
Okay, are you sure you have the best rates? Do you have the right coverage for your needs? Are you paying for things you don't need?
Well, I haven't actually talked to my agent. I just assumed...
Talk to a real person. Talk to someone local and see the difference.
Mailer Insurance is local. Mailer Insurance lives where you do, and will give you the coverage you need and nothing you don't at a fair price. And they are always here to talk. Mailer Insurance in Sharpsville or at mailerinsurance.com, a Reinhardt's Agency Incorporated affiliate.
Transform your home with Shell Restoration, the area's top roofing and exterior remodeling experts, celebrating their 3rd year on the Qualified Remodeler Top 500 list and sweeping 4 categories in the 2025 Best of the Best Awards. Shell Restoration is your trusted choice for roofing, siding, windows, and more. Visit the brand new Shell Restoration state-of-the-art showroom at 2110 East Washington Street, Newcastle, during their grand opening on Saturday, October 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Touch, feel, and choose premium materials with confidence. Visit shellrestoration.com today.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Wilmington Marching Band about to take the field here at Terry Varelli Stadium. Playing a good tune is the Hounds offense. 21-0, 2 one-play scoring drives, and an 18-play scoring drive. Believe it or not, though, Wilmington trailing in the time possession, part of it because they have those 2 one-play scoring drives, Chris Birch, but Wilmington 21, Reynolds 0, your halftime score. We're going to take a look at the full halftime stats here in a moment. Yards pretty much equal in the end because of, again, a couple of short fields faced from Wilmington, but you can see him there on your screen here in a moment. 137 yards, all on the ground. Surprise, surprise there for Wilmington. 79 on the ground, 20 through the air for 99 total for Reynolds. Most of them coming on that last drive of the first half, but they just really couldn't put anything completely together and couldn't punch it in there on the last drive.
Yeah, and that's it. And what happened is they got themselves into a little bit of trouble, by setting up that 3rd and long. And then the 3rd down play, they weren't able to pick up any yardage, and then they had a hold, so they ended up, 4th and goal from the 11, and 4th and goal from the 11 against this Wilmington defense is a really bad situation to be in for a team that relies so heavily on the run. So great job by Wilmington, frustrating end for Reynolds. However, having, been at the game last year, right, between these two teams, I cannot even express how much more competitive this game feels, as far as, Reynolds being able to move the football, Reynolds being able to make stops, just a couple of bad breaks and a couple of big plays by Wilmington, has it be a 3-score game. This game could very easily be 7-0.
Again, if you're just joining us, Wilmington playing without one of their starting offensive linemen, Danny Leonard. He left the game last week, was not cleared to play tonight. And Chase Mitchelltree, the leading rusher on this team, 700-plus yards, not playing either. But Freddie Zahetner, 7 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. Cam Kettering, 7 carries, 49 yards. Rowan Miller, Cale Kettering, each with touchdown runs as well, leading to your 21-0 Wilmington lead over Reynolds here at the halftime break. Chris Birch, scores from yesterday.
Yeah, got a lot of them, up in District 10. I know our Lawrence County SportsNet listeners are, used to getting the WPIAL scores down from Lawrence County, but up north here for our Sports Radio 96.7 listeners. The local teams, Sharon was in action. They beat Grove City 23-14. Hickory all over Titusville 48-10. So the Hornets, they're getting healthy again. Conneaut, a big win in the region against Slippery Rock. That game kind of was seen as the winner is probably going to make the 3A playoffs. The team that lost the game going to have a tough time. So Conneaut with a big win there. Some of the games further up north. Oil City, a big win, James, 21-20 over Erie High. I saw that Oil City team a week ago against Grove City. They're good. Farrell went across the border to Steubenville, a really good, powerful football program in Ohio, and Steubenville gets the win 40-24. Mercer, a big win over Sharpsville. Mercer wins 18-12. Cambridge Springs beat Cochranton 41-12. Greenville continues their great season. They defeated Lakeview 47-14. Sagertown over Maplewood 26-8. Northwestern 35, Iroquois 18. Mercyhurst Prep gets the forfeit win over Union City. Fort LaBeouf, a big win over Fairview 32-21. General McLean all over Warren 58-0. McDowell beat Cathedral Prep. That's a big win for McDowell. That's a big rivalry up in the Erie area. McDowell over Cathedral Prep 45-27. And Meadville all over Franklin. So those are the games in District 10 from last night. And the only games in District 10 tonight, Seneca at Eisenhower, and of course our game, this big Region 1 showdown, Reynolds at Wilmington. And the Hounds are up 21-0 here at halftime.
Here's a quick stat for you that is absolutely incredible to me. As I do the quick math. In the last 3 games, so the 2 games last year between these two teams, and then the game tonight, Wilmington has scored touchdowns now on 18 out of their 26 drives.
Wow. Yeah.
Here are the drives that they didn't score on. Wilmington threw an interception right before halftime in the regular season game.
Okay.
Then they got the ball back on the very next play and took a knee to end the half. Those are the only two drives they didn't score in that 56-9 game.
Wow.
In the playoff game, they scored on 7 of 12 games. 7 of 12 drives.
Yes.
One that ended the half, one that ended the game, one where they fumbled on a kickoff, one where they technically got a drive where they got an interception but then fumbled after they had the interception, so they never actually ran an offensive play, and then one drive where they ran plays and then had a fumble lost. So really, so far, 2 games, we've got one true drive that they
stopped.
Yeah, that was like a legit long drive.
Right.
Tonight, 4 drives. Touchdown, 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 1 play into the half.
Wow.
Incredible.
That is incredible.
Wilmington, 21-0. The yards, very close. Again, 137 to 99. 3 touchdowns from 3 different running backs so far. Coach Fillion has to be proud, I think, and happy with that, especially missing one of your top linemen and missing your 1,000-yard back.
Yeah, no question about it, James. That's great stuff there by you, by the way, to go back. You go back into those last year's games, and again, that's the thing. Sometimes, kind of as the analyst, the former coach analyst, I'm not as aware of the stats as you play-by-play guys are. So it's just a feel. So when I talk about how competitive it has felt, even though Wilmington scored on almost all of their drives, it obviously still feels a little bit more competitive. But when you look at it in the perspective you just presented, it's been a Hounds domination.
In the end, the only number that matters is the 21-0 currently on the scoreboard. Wilmington leading Reynolds at the half. The Wilmington Marching Band with their traditional band dance written by their senior band members each and every year. They're having a good time out there. Their fans enjoying a 21-0 halftime lead. We'll take one more break and come back with the start of the second half here from Terry Varelli Stadium. Wilmington 21, Reynolds 0. Back in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7 and watching on lcsportsnet.com.
Saving lives means staying informed. Knowing the dangers of using counterfeit prescription pills can help those you care about and keep our community safe. Do your part. Take the first step today. Visit GetSmartAboutDrugs.com to access education, prevention, and treatment resources. Counterfeit prescription pills laced with fentanyl are deadly. Be their protector. Be informed.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Sharon Regional Health System is celebrating a new chapter, proudly serving the healthcare needs of our community. We have a renewed dedication and unwavering commitment to deliver the highest standard of care that you've come to know and expect. This means reinvesting in our employees, our physicians, and the essential medical technologies needed to provide exceptional care to you and your family. Sharon Regional Health System, continuing the legacy of healthcare in our community. Learn more at SharonRegionalHealthSystem.org.
Looking for a career where your hard work is appreciated? Join Extreme Machine and Fab in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Since 1995, Extreme Machine and Fab has become one of the biggest and most trusted premier full-service machine shops, servicing customers worldwide in the steel industry, Department of Defense, and nuclear power industry, to name just a few. From small components to 75-ton projects, their machining, fabrication, and engineering teams do it all. Extreme Machine and Fab offers competitive wages and competitive benefits. Apply today at extrememachinefab.com. Join the EMF team. Innovate, grow, succeed.
St. Paul's Without Walls Home-Based Services is seeking compassionate individuals who love to help others and who will nurture meaningful relationships with the clients we care for. Parents with school-age children, college students, retirees, or anyone seeking a role that fits around their life will find this opportunity especially rewarding. Visit stpaul's1867.org/join our team to apply for a companion or care partner position with St. Paul's Without Walls Home-Based Services. St. Paul's is an equal opportunity employer.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here at Terry Varelli Stadium, halftime coming to a close, a 21-0 Wilmington lead over Reynolds. It is Military Appreciation Night here tonight as well, and we actually had an interesting moment before the game, Chris, because during warm-ups, Wilmington was wearing their camo uniforms with big white numbers, and they were definitely different from the camo uniforms you've seen in the past because those numbers were illegal now because of the jersey. It has to be stark difference, so they were
Yeah.
all white numerals. The issue was they had numbers that were 07 and 04 and 02 that were on the jerseys.
Okay.
And that is NFHS illegal as jersey numbering. So if they had come out and played with those uniforms, they would have been assessed a penalty right off the get-go. But they only wore those camo uniforms for show during the warm-ups and came out in their normal home blues. So all is clear there, but a fun little rules analysis. You can. I think we're going to be talking about that on Monday in the old PIAA officiating class down at Union where I teach. And I know Wilmington's got their PIAA officiating class up and running. Leanne Williams, one of our officials tonight, I know helps out with a lot of them up here in the District 10 area. And I want to give a big shout out because it is PIAA Officials Appreciation Week beginning next week as well. Right. So we're getting a head start on it. Thank you to our officials.
Yeah, no question about that. That's that was interesting. There was like some stir in the press box here that, oh boy, is Wilmington going to have a penalty to start the game and all of that. But I think you're right, James. I think they just came out and they were wearing them. They knew they were going to wear them in the pre-games. And then as they went in to get their last minute instructions from Coach Fillion and company, they changed into their usual home blues, right? So
yeah. Want to give a shout out to the Wilmington High School Marching Band. Mercer County Radio, Lawrence County SportsNet, we kind of joined forces with Wilmington. We share ownership of the Greyhounds, we'll put it that way.
That's right.
They were our Lawrence County SportsNet Band of the Week last week. We're going to have a montage video from their performance last week. They just participated in the band festival on Wednesday as well. I want to give a shout out to their student leaders, Olivia Hendrickson and William Matazovsky, the two drum majors. Reese Bruckner and Elizabeth Zenner are the band front leaners, and feature majorette twirler is Bale Boyle. I'll give a shout out as well because the junior Rachel Smith wrote the drumline feature solo there, and the band dance, of course, always choreographed by the seniors. How about 100+ in the marching band? You don't see that here
That's
very often in high school band.
Well,
Mr. Nickel gets them every year, gets this band out and running, and they go away for band camp too, which I think is a long lost art.
Yeah, James, you teach at a high school that graduates roughly the same number of kids that Wilmington does. 100 kids in the band at a school this size. That is a incredible testament to the popularity of the band and just the how big of a deal it is at this school. There's schools double their size that don't have half that.
Well, I don't know if I have enough shirts, but this might have to go down as one of the play of the game here. During halftime, the Wilmington PA announcer invited all first responders and military personnel to come out onto the field. Wilmington, instead of sprinting out onto the field, they all got into a line, and they are currently going through the line and shaking the hands of each one of these military members in attendance tonight. What a classy move here from the Greyhounds football team.
Yeah, I mean, it's Military Appreciation Night, so there's...
Coach Fillion wearing the hunter's hat, but to go along with the camo green shirts there for the Hounds as well.
No, I'm sure you've covered some of his games on cold weather nights. He looks like he's bear hunting in Alaska when he coaches in a cold weather game. So he's
Well, we'll talk about Coach Fillion as well. Want to give a shout out as well. Our thoughts and prayers with his family. Lost a member of the family earlier in the week, so I know that's weighing on him a little bit over the course of the week. But a game to play still, and getting ready for the second half. If we can take a look again at our keys to the game that we talked about at the beginning of the game, let's give a shout out Matt Flannery, our producer. Said for Wilmington, it was not only seeing double with the two Ketterings, but just, a next man up mentality.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns on the ground from 3 different running backs, and I think that's a huge part of it, as is, you get a turnover on downs, a 1-play touchdown. You get an interception and a 1-play touchdown. Wilmington 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it, right? The stop on fourth down, inside the 40. It was on the 37.
On the first drive of the game,
the first drive of the game. That was just like a turnover. Like, in other words, it gave them the super short field. And then, of course, the second touchdown was after the interception and the long return, which gave them a really short field inside the 10. That was... basically they've been able to turn just really 2 mistakes by Reynolds into 2 scores. Long drive Wilmington, score. Long drive Reynolds, didn't score.
Yeah, an 18-play scoring drive for the Hounds, a 16-play turnover on downs for Reynolds, both about 9 minutes in length. For Reynolds, the key, we said, was you needed Zach Rich to have a big game, and B. Rich, he was solid, but unable to punch it in the end. And right now you got to put amnesia not only from the past, but also the first half.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They, again, this is a team, Reynolds, that, this has kind of become their sort of white whale in single A, right? The Wilmington Greyhounds. I mean, as of right now, they're everybody's white whale in single A. Greenville, they beat Greenville twice last year, beat Reynolds twice last year. They beat Greenville this year, Wilmington did, and are up 21-0 here at halftime on Reynolds. So, Reynolds and Greenville, if they want to kind of get to that next level, in single A in the District 10 tournament, it's going to go through Wilmington. So.
Well, we have a tradition on our Lawrence County SportsNet broadcast in honor of our longtime broadcast colleague, Mark Shaws, who basically, this is all of his dream to have a Lawrence County SportsNet. But he and Lee Moan, our cameraman tonight, would be they would always split who would get the 50-50.
Oh, okay.
They never won, ever. So, of course, we had to have a Shawsy Toss sponsor. Well, what we've got is we have a sponsor who they basically are helping us with the 50-50 tickets, and if we win one, which we did win one last year, all the money goes to the Mark Shaw Scholarship Fund for future broadcasters. Well, guess what? We got another Shawsy Toss going out the window.
All right.
Because that's what Shawsy would always do. He'd always hear the number and he'd just toss it out. Big loss.
Yeah.
Yep. Go figure, we lose another one. I'll tell you what, when Lee Moan finally won one last year, though, you would have thought that he had just won $1 million. That was one of the fun moments of the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, big thanks to our producer here on site, Matt Flannery. Big shout out to Art Shannon as well, back in the 96.7 studios.
Yeah,
glad to be able to partner up with you guys yet again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, good to know you're hanging out in the studio back there, Art.
Short kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds as Reynolds kicks for the first time tonight. Ball went out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, so it looks like the Hounds will have great field position to start the second half. Again, their starting lineup, Jacob Coulter, Maverick Whiting, Aiden Boyer, Jared Lorenz, and Colin Raleigh on the offensive line. Jude Beatty is the tight end. Freddie Zahetner as one of the halfbacks with Cale Kettering, Michael Mostretta, the wide receiver, and Cam Kettering, the fullback, behind Rowan Miller, the QB here tonight for Wilmington. Again, your starting lineups tonight brought to you by 21st Century Energy Group. First and 10 coming here for Wilmington. Again, already with a 21-0 lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and then a one-play end of the first half drive. They attack right to left as you listen on your 96.7 radio dial. Wing T set. They're going to go handoff right up the middle to Kettering. No room there whatsoever on first down. That's Cam Kettering, 7 carries for 49 yards. Freddie Zahetner with 7 carries for 72 yards and a touchdown. Rowan Miller, 5 yards and a touchdown. Cale Kettering, 11 yards and a touchdown. Nothing through the air, no pass attempts at all in the first half. What did you say, 13 total on the year?
13 total on the year, and one of them was a spike. Yeah. Casey Riesick there, good play for the 6'2", 270-pound senior on that defensive line, kind of clogging things up there.
Younger brother Aiden Riesick, Chance Obenrader, and Rocky Flock are the defensive linemen here for Reynolds. Second down, here's a play action, have a man open down the field. It's Zettner, no one near him, caught at the 50-yard line. To the 40, it's a foot race with Ney, to the 20, and dragged down at the 15-yard line. Well, 14 passes on the year now, Mr. Birch.
They must have heard us making fun of them or something, right? Yeah. So, yeah, great play call, and nice pass there by Rowan Miller, and able to pop it over the top there to really a guy that's had a great night tonight, Freddie Zahetner.
Well, the issue is he's now ruined his average.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
over 50% of his receptions the last 2 years have gone for touchdowns. That one goes for 49 yards, and the Greyhounds in business as they enter the McCandless red zone. Handoff on the jet sweep and upended by Parker Ney. Yeah. Good tackle in the backfield. It's going to be a loss on the handoff there to Cale Kettering. Yeah, loss of about 2. Sorry, Chris.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say Parker Ney, is a really accomplished defender over there for the Raiders, and made a good play right there. Kind of needed that just to sort of quell the momentum after that surprising little pop pass by the Greyhounds.
I mean, you have to respect the run. There was nobody within probably 20 yards when Zahetner made the catch. It was maybe slightly underthrown, but a safe throw made by Miller. Here's a reverse coming from the far side and near side. Mostretta, he's got a wall in front of him, to the 15, to the 10, into the end zone. Michael Mostretta from 12 yards out So a pop pass, and that one in the bag of the tricks with the reverse.
Yeah.
Mostretta's first carry of the year goes for 6.
Yeah, just the entire Reynolds defense hard charging to the far end of the field, and then that pitch back, and really nobody out there except for Jacob Rust with any kind of a chance to reverse the field and catch up with Michael Mostretta. So Mostretta into the end zone, and the Hounds, it's maybe too early to say this, but almost. They've blown the game open.
His 8th carry of the year, but the first one going for a touchdown for Mostretta. Ryder Turvo, kick up and good. 10:02 remaining in quarter number 3. Wilmington 28, Reynolds 0. Back in a moment. Your home for high school football. Sports Reader 96.7 and watching at lcsportsnet.com.
Knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Since 1925, the Shenango Valley has relied on one name for all their insurance needs, Mailer Insurance. Through generations of trust, Mailer Insurance protected families, homes, and businesses, providing security in uncertain times. From auto and home to life and business, Mailer Insurance got you covered. Call Mailer Insurance today at 724-962-5757 for a free consultation, or visit them at mailerinsurance.com. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. A Reinhardt's Agency Inc. affiliate.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
4th Wilmington touchdown by the 4th different Wilmington back. And if you had been given the script of this one about 8 weeks ago, and you said those 4 touchdowns were not by anybody named Chase Mitchell-Tree or Jamie Miller, probably would have been calling you crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, but I mean, traditionally, this is what Wilmington does, right? They have, lots of weapons in that wing T offense, lots of different guys doing lots of different things.
And how about the line just laying the foundation all night long so far?
I mean, the years that, Wilmington has been great, and there's certainly been a lot of them over the past 40 years. That's one of the, one of the standards of this Wilmington team is great offensive line play and an absolutely lights-out defense that the locals call the Hammer.
That Hammer defense will be sent back out there after this Ryder Turvo kickoff. 28-0 Hounds with the advantage. And again, keep in mind, this is an undefeated Reynolds Raiders team that was looking to go 7-0 for the first time, or second time in program history, and the first time in quite some time.
Yeah, Josh Mull, he's had all kinds of success, many District 10 championships, and this Wilmington team is a different animal.
Turvo to boot it away, going right to left. Another low bouncing kick will be scooped up. Actually goes through the legs of Ney at the 10-yard line. He has to go back and pick it up at the 5. Now finally corrals it back out to the 10. And again, the quote-unquote dirty kick doing the trick.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. I hadn't heard that one before, James. I'm going to put that one in the repertoire.
I'm wondering if you're going to start seeing more and more of that here at the high school level, just to keep it away from these dangerous returners that you see. Special teams plays such a huge part, Chris, in high school football.
Right, and if you have a dangerous kick returner that can get you 2 or 3 touchdowns and 4 or 5 other long returns to get you in a short field situation, that's such an advantage, right? But you scoot it along like that, the dirty kick, as you call it. That kind of change takes that advantage away.
So we'll see how Reynolds answers, now down by 4 scores. High pitch, it goes through the hands of the receiver. He has to fall all the way back on it. Does get Giovanni Guarino back at the 1-yard line. So they tried a little reverse to get somebody out in space, but it went through Guarino's hands.
Yeah, it was well set up, and you did have the Hounds hard charging to the opposite end of the field. See Guarino really frustrated probably because the pitch wasn't perfect, and Frustrated that he wasn't able to catch it clean.
It's a loss of 13 back to the 1-yard line. Credit Garino to be able to grab it before the ball went over the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great play call. I definitely do not question that play call. But just the execution wasn't there. That pitch has to be perfect.
So from the 1 in the gun is Akridge. He'll hand it off up the middle. Vignard is able to get out of the end zone, but not much further. Fights forward to about the 4-yard line, so give him a gain of 3. He's now got 9 carries for 63 yards. He's joined in your starting lineup tonight. Xavier Zakhrich in the first half, 20 yards passing, 3 yards rushing for Zakhrich. Rocky Flock at his first catch of the year. He's the tight end. Parker Ney, Jacob Rust, and Gio Girino are the receivers. Maddox Snyder, Aiden Ressick, Casey Ressick, Christian Mole, and Jack Nugent along the O-line.
3rd down and 20 here.
And neither of these teams built for those kind of long yardage situations typically.
Right.
The way they like to run the ball. I mean, Zakhrich over 500 yards passing, maybe a little bit better for Reynolds. He goes to fire over the middle. It's going to be intercepted at the 18-yard line. Coming back to the near side, to the 5, to the corner of the end zone. He's in there for the pick 6. It's Cale Kettering.
Yeah, just, again, kind of right down the middle of the field. Similar play, similar spot that Wesley Vascal was able to intercept one in the first half. But Kettering, he just steps in front of the receiver, interception, and able to get all the way into the end zone for a pick 6.
We'll credit it as an 18-yard interception return for a touchdown. Cale Kettering got his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Gets his first interception of the year. More forced turnovers here tonight than they'd had all season so far. Low snap, the kick is up and inside the right upright, and we will have a running clock the rest of the way as Wilmington leads with 8:19 remaining in the 3rd. Wilmington 35, Reynolds 0. Back in a moment. You're watching on lcsportsnet.com high school football on Sports Radio 96.7. 96.7.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is a full-service deli with party rings and meat and cheese trays available. Located in Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville, they are open Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 7 and Saturday from 9 to 3, closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Transform your home with Shell Restoration, the area's top roofing and exterior remodeling experts, celebrating their 3rd year on the Qualified Remodeler Top 500 list and sweeping 4 categories in the 2025 Best of the Best Awards. Shell Restoration is your trusted choice for roofing, siding, windows, and more. Visit the brand new Shell Restoration state-of-the-art showroom at 2110 East Washington Street, Newcastle, during their grand opening on Saturday, October 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Touch, feel, and choose premium materials with confidence. Visit shellrestoration.com today.
The 3rd quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Running clock the rest of the way as Wilmington has a 35-0 lead. Reynolds, the only time in history that they started 7-0 was back in 1978. And then again in 2020 when they ended up going all the way to the state semifinals. They were looking for their 3rd 7-0 start, but now the running clock looks like 6-0 is going to be the limit as that one goes.
Yeah, still obviously
incredible.
A incredible start to the season, and they're going to have an incredible season here. Again, and they're going to probably go into the District 10 tournament as the number 3 seed. I mean, it's never that safe to speculate, but you think Greenville is very likely going to win the North 1A region. Mm-hmm. Wilmington is not going to win this region, because of the Farrell, but they'll be the top one Class 1A team. Jeez, took me a while to spit that one out. But they beat Greenville earlier in the year, so those two will be 1 and 2. You could make certainly cases for both of them. Greenville a region champ, Wilmington a head-to-head win over Greenville. But Reynolds, they kind of finished the season strong. They should get that number 3 seed, so they'll avoid the Hounds until the finals.
With 8:19 remaining, another squib kick. High bounce and goes right between the 2 Raiders defenders. And again, retreating all the way back to the 5-yard line and just falling on it is Zakhrich. Man, just nothing going right here for the Road Raiders.
Just one of the, I like that. That squib kick, dirty kick, hard ground ball, whatever you want to call it. That works really. Yeah, the two Reynolds return men just kind of looked at each other, and I think both of them assumed that the other one was going to get it.
You got it, right?
Yeah, right.
And, man, I know Coach is saying up here, come on, communicate, call the screen.
Right, yeah, you could hear him. Yep.
I was talking about you, Coach, but
right, yeah.
So the winding clock already down to 7:35 here in the third quarter. A 35-0 Wilmington lead. Ball at the 5-yard line for Reynolds. Handoff up the middle, and Yares is going to get out towards the 8-yard line. Short gain. They'll mark it at the 7 for a gain of 2.
Yeah, and Reynolds again. They're going to finish out the region schedule here with Farrell. So again, they definitely some storms to weather here, but
7 minutes to go. 2nd down and 8 coming up. 10 carries for 65 yards for Gaben Yares. Came in with 800 yards on the dot. Rushing the football, he'll get his 2nd carry in a row. Bounces off one tackler, fights forward for another 2-yard pickup. 14 touchdowns on the ground on the year as well. You mentioned with kind of forecasting ahead what we expect to see in terms of the 1A and 2A playoffs coming up. The big talk down south in my neck of the woods in WPIAL country is a lot of forfeitures, a lot of basically requesting mercy right off the bat because of some competition struggles. You have situations like that a lot up here where you have the mixed regions because there's not as many teams in District 10.
Right.
That's kind of now being thrown as a proposal to go back in District 7 country. We'll talk about that after this 3rd down and 6. Dropping back, coming to the near sideline and making a diving effort, but through the hands and incomplete. Intended target there was Jacob Rust. Good throw on the comebacker, but unable to get it with the outstretched arms. It's going to be a 3-and-out here for Reynolds. But to finish that thought, I guess I want to hear your opinion on whether mixed regions, if D10 had more teams, would you rather them stay in mixed localized regions, or would you rather them have 2 1A conferences and 2 2A conferences or whatever it would be?
I would absolutely prefer to see the classification conferences, and again keep the rivalries together, but have bigger regions. I'd like to see.
Nearly a blocked punt, able to get it off a high, short kick, fair caught at the 30-yard line. So that's just a 29-yard punt as the Hetner makes the fair catch with 5:14 remaining here in the third quarter. Yeah,
here's what I'd like to see. I'd like to basically see every team play a 7 or 8 team league schedule. Section, they call them in the WPIAL. Regions, they call them up here in District 10. Conferences, they call them in college.
During football,
right? So, yeah, that's what it means. So, I'd love to see, essentially almost, all of the 3As being in two regions, the 2A, same thing, and, kind of eliminate some of this stuff. Yeah.
We have a timeout called by Reynolds. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. 5:08 remaining third quarter. All Hounds 35-0. Back in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7, watching at lcsportsnet.com.
My son Colin, he just turned 19. He bought Xanax off of social media. It was laced with fentanyl, and he never woke up.
We're in the midst of a fentanyl crisis. We're seeing substances, marijuana, cocaine, Xanax pressed with fentanyl. Fentanyl is extremely potent. One pill pressed with fentanyl is enough to kill you.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
5:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Wilmington with the ball again in plus territory. Third drive that has started in Raiders territory here tonight. Already a 35-0 advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, and Wilmington will travel to Mercer and then go to Sharpsville in the next 2 weeks and then wrap up their season against a really good Karn City team. So
Miller under center. He's going to roll out to his left, looks to throw, and he's going to get dragged down by the jersey as he does a flip as he is sacked back to the 40. So trying to go for the big play out of the timeout. It's going to be a sack and a loss of 11 for Miller.
Yeah, Miller got in there. Just Zachrich, nowhere to go. No chance for him to set his feet and make a good throw.
I believe that was Resick who made the sack.
I thought it was Zachrich.
Oh, it was Zachrich?
Yeah, I thought it was Zachrich, yeah. Yeah, I'm 99.9% sure.
I will confirm with that then as well. Second down and 11 after that loss, or second and 21 after the loss of 11. They'll go to the air again, throw it out on the near sideline looking for Wesley Vascal, who's lined up as a receiver, and it's going to flutter out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, got his feet tangled up there with Giovanni Guerrero and Garino, and I think the refs made the right decision not throwing the flag on that one.
Yeah, both just looking at the football and feet got tangled up.
Spinning around, the ball was like 5 yards out of bounds. So, lots of reasons not to throw that flag.
Wilmington's only second pass attempt of the game. They like it on the ground. They keep the clock running. It doesn't matter. That incomplete pass, clock still winds as it is a 35-0 advantage.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that this is something that, they're taking the opportunity to work on this, right?
Third straight passing play called. Another one fired down the field, little jump ball, and it's going to be batted around and incomplete. Looked like it went through the hands of the defensive back, Jacob Rust, down near the 20-yard line.
I mean, this is smart, right? I mean, the clock's going to roll either way.
Yeah.
And you never know when you're going to need this, so it's maybe not the most pretty thing in the world, but there's no better time, right, with a quality opponent playing defense on you and a situation where you're not stopping the clock with incomplete passes to work on this. Give a little coaching kudos.
This is going to be the first punt attempt in 3 games against Reynolds in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Vascal receives the snap off the side of his foot, end over end kick, and it's going to bounce backwards like a Limo 9-iron and be down at the 29-yard line. So it's a punt of just 12 yards.
Yeah, which is a good thing, right? If he's trying to get it to kick back towards the cup, but yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It's October, and we're still talking about being able to get on the golf course plenty of times. So how about the weather that we've had?
It's unbelievable, right? I mean, summer really has not ended. I mean, yeah, the nights are a little cooler, but I mean, it's amazing.
Knock on wood. I fear that we're going to be in trouble maybe come playoff time, just with how blessed we've been with the weather so far.
Yeah.
Jet sweep coming in the near side for Parker Ney on 1st and 10. He's going to get a yard, and that's it. Dragged down after a short gain by Aiden Boyer. We're down to 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Give Parker Ney just a gain of 1. 9 carries for 17 yards. That's it for Parker Ney.
The stratification in Region 1, with Farrell having blown this Wilmington team out, first place versus second place, and then Wilmington blowing Reynolds out, and then Reynolds, of course, having some lopsided wins against the teams below them in the region. It's a pretty unique situation.
And Yara is up the gut. He'll push the pile forward out to the 34 for a gain of 4. And I guess that's my point going back to the talk about District 7 is that you have, when it's all one classification, you have these same scenarios.
Right.
Whether it's, mixed classes or not, you're going to fall into this sort of situation.
Yeah, right. You're right. That's it. There are a lot of haves and a lot of have-nots right now in high school football. So
down to 1:15 remaining in the third quarter. It's 3rd down and 5 to go. That's marked at the 34, so 3rd and 4 here for the Raiders. Minyara's to the right of Zachrich. Triple option. They're going to quick pitch to him on the speed option. He's got the first down, and that is the first 3rd down conversion of the game for Reynolds, and it comes with less than a minute to go here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, obviously now, Reynolds is playing for next week. So, anything they can do to kind of get a little momentum heading into that game would be a good thing.
Yeah, only 4 region games to work with, too. Certainly doesn't help, and it'll be a short week as well. Handoff to Menieres up the middle. He's going to fight forward, spins out of a tackle, and he's going to pick up 5 yards from pretty much nothing.
Right.
80 yards on 13 carries for Gabe Iñárritu. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter with a 35-0 lead for Wilmington over Reynolds. We'll step aside, be back in a moment. I'd say hang on. They might try to get one last play in. Apologies. They're hustling up to the line. Will they get a snap off in time? Yes, they do. Handoff to Iñárritu, right side, and Reynolds maybe wishes that they didn't take the snap because they actually lose a couple of yards on that carry. So it'll be third down and about 6 to go when we return. But Wilmington 35, Reynolds 0 after 3 quarters here on Sports Radio 96.7 and LCSportsNet.com.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Looking for compassionate, affordable health care? Sharon Community Health Center provides high-quality medical services to all, regardless of insurance coverage or financial status. Sharon Community Health Center's experienced professionals offer comprehensive care, from routine checkups to specialized treatment. Sharon Community Health Center is committed to removing barriers and making healthcare accessible for everyone in our community. Call 724-347-5529 or visit SharonCHC.org to learn more and schedule your appointment today.
Bay's Pub and Grill is proud to award the September 2025 Mercer County Team of the Month. Bay's is proud to announce that West Middlesex Girls Golf is the September Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to West Middlesex coach Brad Sarche and his outstanding girls golf team, as they are the September Bay's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to West Middlesex Girls Golf, the September Mercer County Team of the Month. For more information, go to VaysPubandGrill.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
12 minutes on the clock, and it will be a running clock here for quarter number 4 as Wilmington leads here at Terry Verley Stadium 35-0 over Reynolds. With Chris Birch alongside, I'm James Dodson. Coming up after the game, we'll have our full stat recap. We'll also be giving out our awards. Your Reinhardt Insurance Player of the Game, your Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game, and we'll also give out a couple of LC Sportsnet awards as well. We'll give out a Play of the Game and MVP of the Game award for that as well. Again, big thanks to everybody with Sports Radio 96.7 LC Sports to be able to make this package work. We've been doing it for a number of games over the last 5 years.
Yeah, we did this last year. Ryan and I came, and you did all the tech stuff,
It's kind of nice to be able to be indoors and make my tech guys not named me to be outside. Third down and 4, pitch to the left side, and going nowhere is Iñárritu. He's going to lose yards on the speed option. Another loss of 1. Make it now 1 of 9 on third downs tonight. That's been one of the storylines of this game, to say the very least, Chris. The third down conversions, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes running clock games are just, one team is just so much more physically talented, things like that. But in this game, it really came down to just a couple of moments in this game. Wilmington capitalized, Reynolds didn't. And I mean, again, this might be a little bit of hyperbole, whatever. But if we see these two teams play again, around Thanksgiving, it would be a long stretch to, imagine Reynolds coming all the way to flip the script on winning, but the game could have been a whole lot different.
Whistle, and they've stopped the clock. Play clock reads 0, and it is going to be a delay of game. I guess that's the one thing you could say. Both these teams, we haven't seen a lot of laundry on the field. We haven't had to be talking about our Mr. White Hat here very much.
These are good teams, right? I mean, so the good teams don't have silly turnovers, don't have soul-crushing penalties very often, and I mean, Wilmington's had a great night. Reynolds has had a tough night, but neither one of those teams are doing that.
Only the 4th penalty against Reynolds, and they're going to have to go on a fake on the quick slant to the near side, and he's going to get the first down and then some. Across midfield to the 40, to the 30. It's Parker Nam to catch down to the 20-yard line. So Wilmington trying a couple of new things with the running clock, and now you get a fake punt down 35-0.
I love it. I love it. And again, some people think, oh, why would you do that down 35-0? Because you're working on it for maybe when you're going to use it to win a game, And yeah, there's no doubt. Good stuff by Coach Mull and Reynolds.
So I guess my question would be, as I went from the 38 into the red zone, so that's 12 plus 30 is a 42-yard completion.
How about that? You said it earlier that to watch out for the fact that Zachrich is their punter as well as their quarterback.
So another fourth down conversion, 4 of 6 now on fourth down as Ney gets the jet sweep handoff, cuts it up the middle. He's going to get inside the 10, spins away from a tackle now, retreats. He's going to give up the first down but still pick up 9 yards. But go back to that fake punt real quick, Chris, because you're right. Something that they can work on in a game situation, that's great.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing to say, though, is that now you've put something on film that teams might be able to look at down the stretch. That's the counterpoint to maybe consider.
I agree. That's a good point. Yeah, I was always, certainly on the basketball side of things as a coach, I didn't want people to see anything. I wanted to have a bunch of stuff that I'd practiced that no one had ever saw on film, and so, yeah, there's no doubt that there's something to that. However, practicing against another team is
it is definitely crucial. Menieres bounces off a tackle, now bounces to the outside. He's to the 10. He dances down inside the 5 and down to the 3rd-yard line. It's going to be first and goal after a pickup of about 8 yards. Man down behind the play. It's one of the Reynolds linemen, and that's the center, Christian Mull.
Yeah, that's not good. You'd hate to lose one of your really valuable linemen on a running clock down 35-0.
Well, that's what I was going to say, too. I know it's 1A, 2A football. You're going to have short benches, and it's tough to put in a second string when you basically don't have a second string.
Yeah, not a complete one anyway, right.
Both teams basically with the majority of their starting lineup still in there.
Yeah, no JV game, obviously, because it's Saturday night.
3 receivers set, first and goal from the 3, and it's going to be first and goal from the 8 as there's motion up front. Reynolds struggling to get out of their own way. As soon as things start to look promising. You mentioned JV games. There was a good piece from our friends down south in the Newcastle News about that. The fact that there are fewer and fewer JV football games going on.
Right, and what you see a lot of, and this is not, you can hear some grumpy old guy who played football in the 70s saying, it's because nobody's tough anymore. But, teams are literally canceling Friday night after the game, after the varsity game, because they don't have enough healthy guys, even ones that have teams.
Pitch to Ney coming in motion to the near sideline, and he's going to get stood up about 2 yards in the backfield. As holding him up is Maverick Whiting to make the tackle for loss. Back to the 12-yard line, loss of 4 for Parker Ney. And he's had more negative yard rushes than positive ones here tonight, it feels like.
Yeah, he's made a couple of nice plays, a couple of big plays, but he has had a frustrating night.
Be second and goal now from the 12. And yeah, you're right. Especially too when you have your freshmen or sophomores who may have to step up and be starters that wasn't expected. It's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Not to mention official shortages. You're being forced to play some of these games on Saturdays. Right. That's why I always say you should play them on Thursday because you still at least give your Saturday option.
Right.
2 receivers stacked each way, handoff up the middle. It's a new running back in there. That was actually Zachrich at the running back position after the handoff from Connor Bellback. So an interesting wrinkle there. A gain of 1 on the handoff to Zachrich.
Yeah, Bellback 6'2", 170. Sort of almost looks more like a prototypical drop back quarterback.
He's a junior. He's got 3 passing touchdowns on the year, but he also has 5 interceptions on the year. I like getting the junior some reps here down the stretch as well. He'll face a 3rd and goal from the 12. Zachrich, the running back to the right, and again motion as Parker Ney got off to a bit of a too quick of a start. And again, maybe a different cadence because you did put in the new quarterback.
Yeah.
Is Menieres still out there, or did he go to the sideline, Chris? I'm trying to find where Gabe went.
He's not on the field. No. He is not on the field.
3rd penalty of the drive. This will be the 12th play of this drive here for Reynolds. Started back at their own 29-yard line. 3rd and goal marked at the 17-yard line. Still 35-0 Hounds approaching the midway point of the 4th quarter with a running clock. 2 receivers each way. Throw over the middle. It's going to be intercepted at the 9-yard line. off to the races on the near sideline to the 30 and dragged out of bounds at the 38-yard line is Rowan Miller.
Wow. Rowan Miller.
His second pick of the season, third interception for the Hounds Hammer defense here tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, you mentioned it in the pregame, James, that they had not had too many takeaways.
They had not too many giveaways. I do want to correct myself. We have a sideline warning, it looks like, against Wilmington during the return out of the excitement. They do lead the league, lead the county, I should say, in turnover differential. But
wow,
they've definitely exploited it tonight. Reynolds also has been really impressive and solid in that turnover differential. Not as strong as Wilmington has been, no doubt, but the Hounds Hammer, again, with their backs against the wall, keep the goose egg on the scoreboard. We have a timeout on the field. Let's take a 60-second timeout here as well. 6:26 remaining, 35-0. Wilmington over Reynolds here on Sports Radio 96.7 and the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Need an exterior upgrade? Roofing, siding, decks, and all of your exterior needs are expertly handled by Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group. Trust Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group to provide a customized solution that meets your specific needs and preferences. They are an A+ rated BBB company and offer Uniflex silicone roof coating systems. With a 5-star rating, their commitment to quality is unmatched. Visit Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding today at pennohiorc.com.
Sharon Regional Health System is celebrating a new chapter, proudly serving the healthcare needs of our community. We have a renewed dedication and unwavering commitment to deliver the highest standard of care that you've come to know and expect. This means reinvesting in our employees, our physicians, and the essential medical technologies needed to provide exceptional care to you and your family. Sharon Regional Health System, continuing the legacy of healthcare in our community. Learn more at SharonRegionalHealthSystem.org.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Coming up after the game, we will announce our lock, stock, and barrel play of the game, as well as our Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game. We'll also give out a play of the game and MVP of the game award with our friends at Lawrence County SportsNet. And we're going to have plenty to choose from on all sides of things, because 5 touchdowns from 4 different players offensively for Wilmington and 3 turnovers forced defensively, 3 interceptions for the Hounds Hammer.
Yeah, they've just kind of been good, really back on track after that tough loss to Farrell last week.
Triple option look and the late pitch to Freddie Zahetner. He's going to get out past the 40 to the 41-yard line for a gain of 3. Clock winding now to 6 minutes and change left. Freddie Zahetner got it started with the opening touchdown and the first offensive play of the game for Wilmington after a 4-and-out forced on defense. And we have a stoppage in play as there's a player down on the Reynolds sideline at the end of the play. While we have a moment, something I want to mention about a Brandon Fillion offense. Can you tell he's a former math teacher? He claims he doesn't look at it. But when you look at this, especially your top 2 running backs coming into the season are out. One's out for the year in Jamie Miller. Chase Mitchell-Tree out tonight, not playing in the game. Who's going to pick up the load? It's almost like Moneyball. You're going to replace him in the aggregate, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
How about Freddie Zahetner with 8 carries here tonight to lead the way, 8 carries for 75 yards. Just to put that in perspective, he had 16 carries total coming into tonight's game through the first 6 games. Cam Kettering has 8 carries as well here tonight, well above his average. But then 6 for Rowan Miller, 4 for Cale Kettering, and 1 for Michael Mistretta. Balancing it out.
Balancing it out, yeah. No doubt.
Clock winding again.
Still working with numbers now, doing a lot of work in the Wilmington business office.
How many hats does he wear?
A lot.
Besides that bright orange hunting hat he's wearing right now. Miller looks to throw to the near sideline, and it's going to be over the head of Mistretta. Again, the clock will keep rolling, though. And, you mentioned it, 13 pass attempts all year. Not a bad idea. Go ahead and try a couple of things and try to, especially you don't know how long these injuries are going to force people to be in new positions. Maybe try to get a little bit in touch there with Mistretta in a new position at wide receiver.
Yep. Yeah, so.
3rd down and 7. We're down to 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Bo Miller under center in the wing tee. 3-step drop. He's going to look to fire. Jump ball to the near side. Mistretta finds it. Jump ball. Makes the catch at the 40, down to the 35, down to the 30-yard line before he's dragged down. He got his head turned around first, Chris Birch, and that's why he makes the catch for the big gain.
No doubt. And again, I mean, you have to think this is going to pay off. This is going to be a good thing. And listen, Coach Mull and Coach Philly and I was standing down on the field while they were talking. Good friends, a lot of respect for each other. So some of those kind of unwritten rules about, games that are lopsided, both of these coaches know what the other is doing here, working on some things for down the road. So
Michael Mistretta, a 29-yard completion. It's another third down conversion for the Hounds. Handoff up the middle for Kettering, and he's driving men forward. Cam Kettering, that is, the fullback, getting just his second carry of the second half, but he drags tacklers for a 9-yard gain to the edge of the McCandless red zone yet again.
I like Kettering. I like the way he plays, kind of the classic Wilmington fullback.
But again, though, it doesn't feel like it just when you look at the numbers. A 6-foot, 185-pound fullback.
Yeah, but he right. They all, right. Okay, you're Wilmington's fullback. Well, I only weigh 170, Coach. It doesn't matter. You're the fullback, so you're going to play like you're 240.
Yeah, well, he's in a 3-point stance, and he's about as low to the ground. He's much lower than a 6-footer is. 3-step drop, and pump fake, and he's going to get sacked, but a flag thrown late as Miller, I think, got grabbed by the face mask on the way down.
Yeah, Aiden Resick did a great job getting in the backfield, made a nice play to sack the QB, but yeah, I think he got his hands up in the face mask.
Loss of 5. Clock stops at 3:18 remaining.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody on the Wilmington sideline kind of held their breath there. They can't afford to lose their quarterback along with 2 other backs.
So 5-yard incidental face mask. It's marked from the previous spot, which will result in a Hounds first down.
Yeah. Mitchell Tree will be back. I mean, it's he's got some symptoms that he's going to be fine.
I think Danny Leonard likely to be back soon as well, as he left the game late in the first half last week against Farrell. Wilmington has now entered the McCandless Ford Red Zone. Big shout out to our SportsNet friends at the Red Zone down in the Shannock Township as well. First and goal from the 10. Zahetner, the man in motion across the formation, and a whistle and a flag, as I think we have movement early. Only the second penalty against Wilmington here tonight.
Wow.
You mentioned Wilmington travels the next couple of weeks to Mercer and Sharpsville. That's going to feel like nothing compared to the road trip they won earlier in the year.
I know.
Northern Bedford County, Berlin Brothers Valley, Grand Valley, Ohio.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But what are you going to do come playoff time, Chris, right?
They have played, so Greenville, Farrell, and Reynolds. It's week 7. They've only played 3 local opponents.
Yeah.
Two Ohio schools, Hubbard and Grand Valley, and 2 Central PA schools, Northern Bedford and Berlin Brothers Valley.
That's why I'm a proponent. Hey, give me the local games. I'll play up a classification if that's what it gets.
Nobody will, I mean.
Another flag and another false start.
Nobody wants to play them.
Well, that's true too. Well, that's why I also like, you are given the opportunity to create your own non-conference schedule as well.
Yeah.
That's a big, big part of it because, hey, look, we might get blown out in a game or we might blow out a team in a game, but we can go and schedule an opponent that is similar to us.
Yeah, that's the other advantage to having 7 or 8 region games too.
Right, more likely to have
bigger regions. Yeah,
have a balance. Down to 2 minutes remaining. Turn, handoff up the middle, and sneaking through and lowering the shoulder, blowing over a guy, dragging it inside the 5 to the end zone for the touchdown.
That Cam Kettering.
Cam, the bowling ball Kettering, from 21 yards out, make it 5 rushing touchdowns for 5 different Greyhounds here tonight.
That's amazing. Yeah, Kettering just, he broke the 1 tackle, and then he got out into situations where he was one-on-one and just dragging people into the end zone.
41-0. Michael Mistretta with a touchdown. Cale Kettering with a touchdown. Cam Kettering with a touchdown. Rowan Miller with a touchdown. Freddie Zahetner with a touchdown, all on the ground. Ryder Turbo with another PAT. 42-0. The bowling ball, don't call me 6 foot. gets low to the ground, low man wins, and he certainly did there for the 21-yard score. 42-0. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. It's a 60-second timeout here on Sports Radio 96.7 at lcsportsnet.com.
Bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
From the Shell Restoration Studios at shellrestoration.com. This is Sports Radio 96.7. Sports Radio 96.7. WLLF FM Mercer, a Cumulus media station. The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Well, the numbers starting to speak for themselves. 3 games on the last 2 years, touchdowns on 21 of the 30 drives, and that's including one quote-unquote drive that was a pick 6 here tonight for the Wilmington Greyhounds. Right. Just these last 3 games have been domination from Wilmington in controlling the game start to finish, especially their rushing attack. No surprise the way that they've been doing this in recent memory.
Yeah, and again, that's that, kind of that mixing it up thing. It's the great offensive line. It's that, having so much confidence and faith in that wing T offense. And, again, dominating the second best 1A team in their region and, one of the top 3 1A teams in District 10. Certainly by the way things have played out in the past 2 years that they are. And that's a big hill to climb for both Reynolds and Greenville, and the others, Cambridge Springs, Sagertown, the other single A's with this Wilmington team.
1:39 remaining, 42-0. Wilmington will kick it away one final time here tonight. Again, coming up in our post-game show, awards to hand out. Get you some final stats and figures as well before we wrap things up here from Terry Varelli Stadium. We're about to hit the stretch run here of the regular season. Just a couple weeks left to go.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Goes from early season to all of a sudden, whoa, it's late season. So fast, it seems like.
No dirty kick this time from Turbo. End over end kick taken at the 6-yard line on the far sideline, and Mistretta's going to usher the return man out of bounds on that far side. Trying to tell who that is. Believe that was Guarino. So clock will continue to run here when it's set with 1:33 left to go. And look, if you're Coach Josh Mull and Reynolds, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got to bounce back. You got 2 big games still left to go.
And they will, right.
Get yourself set up for the playoffs. Non-region next week, then travel to Farrell, and then taking on Union AC Valley in the final game of the year. Handoff up the middle, gain of about 2 yards, and that's it. Probably one more snap to go after this play.
I got to crack the joke, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll end up in Newcastle at your school.
Yeah. That has happened.
Yeah.
Too many times at this point. You know what's funny is
you and I with the longest pregame ever waiting for the refs that went to Reimersburg.
I still have the note in my phone. It's about 25 situations deep in the last 10 years of the, quote, wrong Union effect. Under a minute to go. 2 receivers stacked each way. High snap, handoff up the middle. Again, not a lot of room on the carry. No gain on the second consecutive carry at the middle.
I get it. Not everybody's Rand McNally like I am. I mean, but like, really? The two places could not have less kind of in common. They don't play the same schools. They're in different districts. One is in, very suburban Newcastle. The other one is, very rural Clarion County. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes it doesn't have to make sense, does it? Don't get me started on Uniontown down south of Pittsburgh. We've had that one too.
Yeah.
Brobeck drops back to pass, slips, and he's going to go down. Belbeck sacked to end the game. It'll be a loss of 8. And that's how this one will come to an end. Wilmington 42, Reynolds 0. We'll be back with the postgame show when we return here on Sports Radio 96.7 and watching on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Powered by LCAP.
Looking for a career with purpose and growth? G.W. Becker is hiring. As a leader in overhead crane manufacturing, G.W. Becker offer hands-on careers in engineering, skilled trades, and business operations. Enjoy competitive pay, great benefits, and the chance to work on real-world projects with a team that values quality and innovation. G.W. Becker is looking for welders, mechanical assemblers, field service technicians, and other positions. Apply at gwbcrane.com. That's gwbcrane.com.
The 21st Century Energy Group is the leader in residential and commercial fuel delivery. For over 50 years, they have provided quality heating oils, propane, heat, gasoline, diesel, and lubricants to western Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio, with 7 locations including Newcastle, Grove City, Conneaut Lake, and Erie. The 21st Century Energy Group is your locally owned neighborhood fuel provider. Call them today for your home heating or commercial fuel needs at 1-800-922-5454. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook or visit them at 21stcenturyenergygroup.com.
The tax team at Reed & Daly Associates is the area's #1 income tax service. Reed & Daly built their practice one client at a time and are proud supporters of student athletes, boosters, bands, and other school activities to keep our diverse community moving forward. When it comes to business or taxes, Reed & Daly Associates will fight for you and help you reach the top of your game. Reed & Daly Associates on South Buell Farm Drive in Hermitage and online at reedanddaly.com.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
Back here on the post-game show from the echoing Terry Varelli Stadium. Alongside Chris Birch, I'm James Dotson. 42-0, Wilmington defeats Reynolds here tonight. Well, the phrase that you always hear from Coach Fillion is, each of us needs all of us. Well, when you lose your star running back, somebody's got to step up. Everybody's got to step up. 5 rushing touchdowns from 5 different Wilmington Greyhounds tonight and a pick 6 defensively for the Hounds Hammer defense in a shutout victory.
Yeah, just that's a great line, to think about, and certainly the way that Wilmington played tonight was just exactly that. Is right. They lose their all, everything. Chase Mitchell-Tree, the great running back, great safety back there, and you think, oh boy, maybe this could be the break that Reynolds needs, but they just kind of did a great job spreading it out. Freddie Zahetner was awesome. The Kettering twins were awesome. The quarterback Rowan Miller was terrific, and a couple of good contributions to Michael Mastretta. Just kind of spreading that out and doing a great job making up for the loss of Chase Mitchell-Tree.
Let's take a look at the scoring recap. After a opening drive 4 and out for Reynolds, it took just one play. Freddie Zahetner taking the jet sweep action, 37 yards to the touchdown. One play, 6-0 as the point after went off the left upright. Score stayed that way. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. Wilmington, after forcing a punt, went on an 18-play drive that went 89 yards, just shy of 9 minutes off the clock. It was a 4th and 1 QB sneak at the goal line for Rowan Miller. Made the score 14-0 after his 2-point conversion attempt was successful as well. 12 seconds later, though, you have an interception from Wesley Vasgal. He returns at about 25 yards inside the 5-yard line. Cale Kettering gets the 4-yard touchdown run on the very next play. 12 seconds apart, 2 touchdowns, and that was, put a mark by that one because that was a big turning point in this game.
That was the ball game for sure, right? No doubt about it. Reynolds is not designed. Reynolds' offense is not designed to pick up lots of quick scores, long passes, things like that, obviously. So when that happened and they got down 3 scores, the mountain got really high to climb for Reynolds.
21-0 was the score at the halftime break, because after that quick 2 touchdowns, Reynolds went on a long drive of their own. 16 plays, 72 yards, but a turnover on downs after a 9-minute drive. The drive stalled in the red zone. Saw that a couple times tonight for Reynolds. 21-0 was your halftime score. Wilmington got the second half kickoff, 4 plays. Michael Mastretta gets a reverse 12-yard touchdown run. That's the 4th different rushing touchdown of the game for a Hounds player. And then 2 minutes later, Cale Kettering gets his second touchdown. This one, though, on a pick 6, an 18-yard interception return for a touchdown, put us in the mercy rule at 35-0. And then for good measure, his twin brother Cam caps off a nice night for him as well with his 10th carry. He punches it into the end zone for the score to end tonight's ball game. Final score 42-0. Some quick individual stats, and we'll take one last time out here. Rowan Miller finishes at 2 for 5 passing for 78 yards. He also had a rushing touchdown. Mike Mastretta, 12 yards and a rushing touchdown. Cale Kettering, 4 carries, 9 yards and a touchdown. Cam Kettering, leading rusher, 10 carries for 79 yards and a score. Freddie Zahetner, 8 carries for 75 yards and a score. He also had a 49-yard reception on the evening. The Hounds finished 3 of 5 on third downs as well. The totals on the other side for Reynolds: Xavier Zachrich, 62 yards passing, 6 yards on the ground. Gabe Inyeres with 86 yards on the ground on 16 carries. Parker Ney, 11 carries for 22 yards, also had a couple of catches for 46 yards to lead the way. But here's the big stat here. They were 4 of 6 on fourth down, but 1 of 10 on third down, including a couple of double-digit drives that ended in the red zone with no points. So your final score again, 42-0, Wilmington over Reynolds. We're going to take one final timeout. We'll come back. We'll have our Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game and your Reinhardt's Insurance play of the game when we return. It's high school football here on Sports Radio 96.7 and on lcsportsnet.com.
I just bought a used car.
As did I.
Mine has a slight dent in the driver's side door and a few other minor scratches, but hey, considering the deal I got, I can live with a few imperfections.
Well, I got the great price without the imperfections.
Whoa, there's no way that's used.
DK Auto LLC is a veteran-owned and operated used car dealership in Grove City. And with DK Auto's attention to detail, were it not for the title, you'd swear you're driving new. See the amazing selections at DKAutoLLCPA.com.
Transform your home with Shell Restoration, the area's top roofing and exterior remodeling experts, celebrating their 3rd year on the Qualified Remodeler Top 500 list and sweeping 4 categories in the 2025 Best of the Best Awards. Shell Restoration is your trusted choice for roofing, siding, windows, and more. Visit the brand new Shell Restoration state-of-the-art showroom at 2110 East Washington Street, Newcastle, during their grand opening on Saturday, October 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Touch, feel, and choose premium materials with confidence. Visit shellrestoration.com today.
Picture this. You're with a group of friends, and someone offers you a pill. You don't know what's in that pill. The person who gave it to you may not even know. By taking it, you may increase your risk of an overdose. Every day, nearly 300 Americans die from a drug overdose. Get the facts. Be your own advocate.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Sharon Regional Health System is celebrating a new chapter, proudly serving the healthcare needs of our community. We have a renewed dedication and unwavering commitment to deliver the highest standard of care that you've come to know and expect. This means reinvesting in our employees, our physicians, and the essential medical technologies needed to provide exceptional care to you and your family. Sharon Regional Health System, continuing the legacy of healthcare in our community. Learn more at SharonRegionalHealthSystem.org.
The Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
We'll get to the Play and Player of the Game awards here momentarily. Final stats one final time. The short fields, the numbers aren't nearly as lopsided as you would have potentially expected here, Chris. 247 yards of offense for Wilmington, 155 for Reynolds in the end, but a 42-0 victory. Wilmington in control basically from the start. Defense a little bend, don't break at times, but they got the job done.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, that's that 8-minute drive was a great one by Reynolds, and it's certainly a sign of some potential good things to come. But just certainly not enough. And you're right, when you called it late in the game, the Hounds hammer definitely wanted to keep the 0 on the scoreboard, and they were able to do that.
Time for a couple of awards to give out. Well, let's start with our MVP, our Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game, Chris Birch. He got it started right off the get-go, did Freddie Z. One play, one touchdown, and he stepped into a bit of a different new role here tonight as needed and made the difference.
Yeah, he sure did, and Reinhardt's Insurance is pleased to present the Player of the Game award to Freddie Zahetner of Wilmington. In conjunction with Sports Radio 96.7, Reinhardt's Insurance is proud to honor Freddie Zahetner of Wilmington for being named the Player of the Game. Zahetner will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Laundryman in Hermitage for being named Player of the Game. For information, go to thelaundryman.com. Money will also be placed into a scholarship fund in the name of Freddie Zahetner. At the end of the 25-26 sports year, one area student athlete will be awarded the Reinhardt's Insurance Student Athletes Scholarship. For more details, go online to www.790WPIC.com or www.sportsradio967.com. Congratulations to Freddie Zahetner of Wilmington, tonight's Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game. The Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game is powered by Landmark Information Services.
The other award we're going to give out here for Sports Radio 96.7, our Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. And Chris Birch talked about it was the interception from Wesley Vasgal. Basically, you already got a long drive, and then you set up another short field down the stretch. He nearly took it to the house, but that was the first of 3 big turnovers forced by the Hounds defense.
Yeah, you had just said, it's 14-0. Reynolds doesn't need to panic here, and they didn't panic. They made a good play, but it was just Wesley Vasgal making a great play. Jumping the route and returning that 25 yards to set up that third score.
So Lock, Stock, and Barrel is proud to present the Play of the Game award to Wesley Vasgal of Wilmington. Lock, Stock, and Barrel and Sports Radio 96.7 are proud to honor Wesley for tonight's Play of the Game. And in recognition of the Play of the Game tonight, money will be placed into a fund in the name of Wesley Vasgal. At the end of the season, one play will be named as the Play of the Year from all of our season's top plays. Play of the Year's football program will then be awarded with a cash donation courtesy of Lock, Stock, and Barrel. You can see the full list and you can listen to the audio. We'll also have video online on social media as well from tonight's Play of the Game and all the plays of the game by going to www.sportsradio967.com. Click on High School Sports. Congratulations to Wilmington's Wesley Vasgal for tonight's Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game powered by Landmark Information Services. We also give out on Lawrence County SportsNet a Play of the Game award. So Wesley will get a T-shirt, Melee Chiropractic shirt for our Play of the Game there. Big shout out to them and all the great LC SportsNet sponsors. You've seen them on the side of the screen. Please help support the sponsors for all of our Mercer County and Lawrence County sponsors. Such great stuff that they do for us. So he'll also receive a customized T-shirt, Will Wesley, for being named part of the Play of the Game. We also have on LC Sportsnet, we also give out an MVP of the game. So we're going to throw another name out there, one very deserving. You don't hear a lot from Cale Kettering, but he gets a rushing touchdown and a pick 6 defensively. So Cale Kettering, the only multi-touchdown night, actually, for Wilmington tonight. So he's going to get our MVP Insurance MVP of the game as well on Lawrence County SportsNet. He'll also get a customized T-shirt as a result as well. So lots of awards going out here for the Wilmington Greyhounds in a 42-0 win, and plenty to celebrate as well because it's the first victory at Terry Verrelli Stadium.
Wow. Yeah, how about that? That's incredible, and it's a big win too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in other words, it's a running clock, 42-0 game. So it seems a little bit anticlimactic, but this win all but guarantees them the 1A, the top seed in the 1A coming out of the region, coming out of this region, and then the team that is sitting in the catbird seat to win the 1A region up north, Greenville, Wilmington has a win against in week 1. So Wilmington, with this win, will very likely have an opportunity to be either the 1 or the 2 seed in the Single A District 10 tournament.
They travel to Mercer and Sharpsville to round out region play, and then Karnes City, the scheduled game for the final week of the year, back here at Varelli Stadium. On the other side, Reynolds hosting Lucas next week, traveling then to Farrell before traveling to UAC to end the regular season, and then playoffs will begin.
Yeah.
It is the quickest 10 weeks of the year each and every year. I can't believe we're down to the final couple here in Western PA, because it does. It flies, but it's a lot of fun, especially when I get to work with guys like Chris Birch here.
Yeah, thanks, James. I appreciate that. Always really enjoy working with you, and it was great to kind of combine forces tonight. Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet, and hopefully we'll maybe get to do this again when we're both wearing like jackets and gloves, and then maybe a few times in nice hot gyms in the wintertime.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll get plenty of that down the stretch as well. A big shout out to the rest of the crew here. Matt Flannery producing on site for the video stream. Lee Moan running a camera. I can't believe it. We had no camera issues. He's about as tech savvy as my pens here in front of me. That'd be the way he would put it. And he did a fantastic job on the camera. Big shout out to him tonight. And, of course, Art Shannon turning all the dials back there.
That's the people's champion, by the way. That's Art Shannon, the people's champ.
Absolutely. Big thanks to him back at the Sports Radio 96.7 studio, flipping all the dials, producing there back at the studio as well. Your final score, one final time here from Terry Varelli Stadium. Wilmington 42, Reynolds 0. From everyone here at Lawrence County Sports Radio with my colleague Chris Birch, I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. More Friday Night Lights coming up as a stretch run comes your way here on Sports Radio 96.7 and on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Have a great night and enjoy the weekend, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County Sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.